Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Campfire's RPG, our Defendus Academy series in Critical Daggerheart system. Now released Daggerheart system, so there won't be any changes to the rule sets um, while we're playing. However, please keep in mind, we are still incredibly new at this, including the GM myself. Hi, hello. I will be God for the and I bring you back to the Lux Forest Temple, where 5 of our companions are bruised, beaten, having a bit of an identity crisis, and have gone through a series of challenges, both individual and team-based, to lead themselves through a final door. And the passageway through this door leads to the starting room. It seems as if it is a room as big as Temple seemed on the outside. The familiar white marble walls cast no reflections of light through the windows. You actually look through the windows and see a dark night sky, showing that indeed quite some time has passed to have all been here, undertook your various trials.
A reasonable amount of time, or like way more time than we thought it was?
Well, I mean, if you were to look at your phones or watches, it's interesting because time has passed pretty regularly for you. Um, it is a little bit difficult to ascertain until you speak to someone outside of your specific circle. But you've definitely gone from day to night. You know that your individual short rests were give or take about an hour each. It's not unreasonable to say that you spent the better part of a day here. Um, Thank you very much, Stoppy, for the booping. Yes, Stoppy can be here with us today, for she is absolutely exhausted, understandably,
For good reasons.
for very good reasons. Um, which is 100% okay. We will see what Bob gets up to
Oh, that's right.
in the next episode. But a pedestal stands before you in the center of this room, glowing white, silver, gold, and to be a sort of pillar of light and marble structure. And a person stands beside them, uh, clad in sort of robes that affiliate them with the Sealy Court of the Fae. A hood up, uh, making sure that their face is covered. And Rosie sends dog. Oh God, Rosie's. Thank you. Um, the robed figure steps forward and speaks. You have much yet to. So I ask, why make the
I kind of, Sonata kind of looks like at, kind of from her party to this person, and given that their last run-in with strange people in this forest either resulted in her friends losing names of some sort or combat, she's very hesitant to say much of anything to this person. Kind of like it's clear like she doesn't know whether to trust this person or not. She's kind of looking at the party, like looking for you guys for help, and then looking at the person.
I guess that's a good way to put it, is does this person look trustworthy?
Go ahead and give.
I am currently traveling and therefore will be rolling on my phone.
That works as well. Just keep in mind what your hope and fear die.
No. What? Oh, there it is. 17, and it's with hope. I'm using their tracker, actually.
Oh,
so it's kind of cool. It automatically rolls hope and fear.
Are you telling me, Alexa, that you are using Demiplane for all of your
Demiplane needs? Yes, I am.
All of your Demiplane needs, your ability to create Daggerheart character sheets and use their system. Purely the touch of a button.
Cool.
We are not sponsored by them, but they really are.
No.
Anything
but hey,
Demiplane.
Demi.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just Debbie Ryaning and being like Demiplane.
Demiplane.
So yes, 17 with hope. Can I take that hope point?
You can, in fact, take. This. So keep in mind that you guys are very much the people who are not here. This person is standing directly next to the beacon. If they were going to be harmful to it, they already would have been. You get the feeling this person is some sort of Sealy Court representative that is not meant to oppose you. The challenges, the trials were meant to oppose you. This person is just simply a watcher or a guardian of this particular.
I'm gonna motion over at Piper and just kind of like give a little nudge of like, I think you can say so, like you can tell them, like a little nod. Maybe bumps Calathea to like speak.
I say, basically Alex is saying, somebody tell them. I think they're okay.
Exactly.
they have Alex's vote of confidence.
Yeah.
So I guess Sonata's gonna kind of look at Alex, who's kind of like nodding, like it's okay. She's gonna kind of cautiously say, we were sent by Principal Defendus to investigate the beacons in the two temples because something happened with the veil, and someone from outside the veil entered Defendus Academy and is now behind or in front of whatever. So somebody from the other side of the veil is now here.
So you are saying someone who was born beyond the veil, now behind it.
Yes.
Too much behind and forward and front of behind.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm
in
like
and out
on the other
prepositions.
I went. Yep. I'm just gonna go with it, say it like that.
I may have information that can be useful to you. You must understand, I am bound by my station not to give any direct information of anyone who has passed by this.
We understand.
What is the
Alex,
timeline of when this person arrived?
looks at imaginary watch.
Yeah, I know, right? Right.
You
From
know
our
it
perspective,
couldn't-
it's been
many-
a few days.
Yeah,
You
know it couldn't
were
have
just
been any
saying we
more
don't
than
know
like
what
a
day
week.
it is.
Okay.
You know, it would have been like within the week.
Mm-hmm. Kind of, you know, it was not that long ago. Sonata's like, you could see like her brows knit as she's trying to, you know, piece together the time frame. It was earlier this week, right? It's like, you know, the confidence, but you know, also somewhat faltering. But you know, it was earlier this week.
Did this person say that they can't tell us much?
They said that they are bound by their station, that they cannot give you the specifics of who has been in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So they're asking
okay.
you questions to figure out what they can tell.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Understandable. Thank you.
This makes... well... for the veil to have been broken, or at least tempered with, it does line up. You are not the only ones to have visited this temple within a week.
Mm-hmm.
Alex gives an inquisitive face.
Yeah. Sonata, you know, kind of, you know, goes like that information, while you know, it's like, while not unexpected, does not bode well, and it's kind of reflected in her, the way she, you know, her face kind of drops a little bit in the okay. And she'll say, you know, you can't give us anything specific, but any help you can give us in pursuing this matter would be greatly appreciated.
You are, by all accounts, safe in this domain. You can see the beacon is steady. It is doing what it needs to do. There is a second beacon, the Tenebrae. I assume that either you have already checked on that, or you at some.
That was our next. That was our next place to go.
I can speak to my queen and see if I can provide you any more information. However, mere words will not be enough to sway.
Okay. What do we need to do?
If you can prove, or at least send proof from your school, gives a kind of a nod to your academy.
Mm-hmm.
That the veil has indeed been compromised. That may be enough to sway. However, currently we only exchange words. I do not sense from you ill, but magics
folds
can
arms.
belie.
Just a quick or above border out. Okay, asking player wise. Didn't one of us take like the name tag or something from the?
Wait, yeah. Does one of us have the
individual?
name tag?
Uh,
Doesn't
believe-
Alex have
I
her fucking
believe
wand
Alex
and shit?
I believe Alex is the one that has the name tag. Yeah.
I probably do, yeah.
Yeah, you
I
probably do
probably,
have
like,
the name
snatch that.
tag.
I'll go looking in my little, like, side backpack thing that I've got and just, like, pull out. I've got her wand and I've got, the name tag.
I say, you know,
So-
it'll, yeah. You
I'm
I'm
pull
gonna
that.
I'm gonna put the wand back
Yeah.
and I'm gonna
So
just offer.
are you going to walk up to this person, because they have their hood over their eyes? They're not directly looking at any of you. All of
I'm not
Alex's little
actually-
fucking snide things.
I'm actually gonna I'm gonna hand this to Sonata,
Okay.
actually. I'm gonna make
Mhm.
you choose. Sorry, dude.
Okay, that's fine. She kind of she you know gets the name tag and say, this this was on the girl who she like this person isn't seeing her talking with her hands, but she's you know kind of slightly talking with her hands in the this name tag and is somewhat holding this out to the person was on the girl who fell from the sky. And she was wearing this name tag.
She takes the name tag from you. This is a film studio from in front of the veil. Yes, for her to be an intern, I assume she would have studied there quite some time. This can be used for scrying purposes. This can be for magical detection purposes. However, we would need consent from Miss Aubrey to do such magics on her. We are Fae, we are Trixie, for sure, but we do...
Gives a sly, like, eye roll.
which she does not say.
Yeah.
But we do operate within the laws of the unified court systems. So, consent will need to be obtained. It can be done at Principal Defendus' earliest convenience. We can conference with him, this girl.
We'll Zoom.
We can
Zoom.
We can do a Zoom conference. We will hit you all up on Discord or something.
Slide it to your
It will
DM.
slide, yeah.
I mean, I don't have Discord.
You don't. You may have to join someone else's. You might just kind of, as long as
Calathea wouldn't have
someone
Discord.
reputable is there along with this girl, we are good. We'll just...
We are children.
We will have... Yeah, you guys are college students, right? Like, and this is like highest monarch status shit. This is out of your wheelhouse, 100%.
What kind of magic are they talking about doing on Aubrey?
Like they were saying scrying, you know, to see on their end what has happened. You know, to see basically, I guess to see if we are telling the truth about what happened with Aubrey.
All right.
Is what I've understood.
Yeah.
I guess we could have fabricated that. Sure.
Yeah, like this can be fabricated. This can be charmed,
It
bewitched.
is,
Yeah.
you know, possible to be fabricated. I suppose. Yeah.
If Photoshop exists.
Photoshop exists.
I do not know if you guys have the most up-to-date of magical 3D printers. But, yes, this, we will... I will speak to my queen. you speak to your principal. We will.
Don't do much.
Your people will talk to my people.
Don't call us. We will call you.
Great.
However, as a prize for making it as far into this Lux Temple and for not being hostile, I have trinkets for you that you may find useful in your adventures.
Oh?
Well, it was either that or you are hostile, and then I have to put the Defense Protocol Mark II. You don't want to see.
No, we'd rather not.
I was not able to see your battle with the first Defense Protocol, but if you're here, I suggest it went well, unless there were more party members before you started.
Well, there's definitely more party members than before we started.
Well, we will see to it that their bodies are given a proper burial.
Just because I assume this creature still hasn't like brought their eyes up, like except to look at that thing. Just like gives Calmathe a little slap, like a little smack on the arm, just like, dude.
And sorry for your loss. But yes, and she sort of presents what seems to be a very small bag, no bigger than, say, like a drawstring bag, and opens it and says, yes, Stoppy, we will get your rolls in the next one. We will assume that you went and you took yours and you put it in your satchel, and then we will just talk about what they are when... Please, step up and collect your presents.
I guess as Sonata's been the one, like, doing everything, she'll kind of, like, she'll, like, step forward a little bit, look at you guys, be like, she's still, like, not sure about anything right now, but, she's, not sure about, like, much of anything, but, kind of steps forward, kind of, like, slowly, carefully kind of thing. And then, reaches into the bag and takes something out.
So
I don't know if, like,
I'm going to do is I'm going to get a luck check from. So this is not rolled with fear or hope.
Okay.
Just getting a random luck check.
Okay, so that's just a flat, essentially just a flat 2d12.
Yeah, 2d12. Tell me what's...
I don't know if this is good or bad, but I got an 8.
You got an 8?
I got an 8.
That's not a crit, right?
No, it's a 6
Okay.
and a 2.
That is
Sorry.
fine. That is fine. Go ahead and roll 1d12 for me.
One, okay, just one of them. Okay.
Yes.
You to the side. 3?
3, you are able to find a focus potion,
Okay.
which is, when it is drunk, gives you a +1 to your next finesse roll.
Okay.
Else, step up.
I'll step up.
Alex is going to step up.
Yee.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and get a luck check from you, please.
16.
16. I get D.
Or I should have just rolled my dualities again. Or I'm sorry, you want those separate?
No, all together.
Okay, hold on.
So just, add them together.
13? Yeah, 13.
Yours is a potion of stability.
Ooh.
On use, you can take additional downtime move.
Crud. Thank you.
That is not the only thing.
Oh,
Happen.
okay.
You step up, take this potion, kind of as you're considering it. Person in front of you kind of raises their head, and for the first time is kind of able to look at you.
Mm-hmm.
Goes, yes, potion of stability will allow you to. Wait, fuck off! Really? Alex?
Wait, whoa, what?
Um,
Miss Mayo.
full hood comes down. This is a sort of not even at your age, like maybe slightly younger, dark-skinned woman, full shaved head, sort of what is the ring that, like, the septum, I think it's called?
That's nose.
That's
That's
the
here.
nose, yeah.
Okay.
So, like, gold septum ring, looks
Mm-hmm.
regal and, like, cool as shit. Think basically Shirty from Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
And there is, like, an instant sort of familiarity, although you can't really place it.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of steps back. I would recognize the face from any. I mean, you smiled a lot more for sure, but what the fuck are you doing here? Right. The thing. Right.
Looks at this person like, what do you mean, the thing?
Just fuck me. You guys are
Like, wave
all from a
wave
school,
stand.
right? You have a notebook or something? Could you, like, ask them a notebook to write on or something? I know you can't.
Hey, Kira, can I actually, like, communicate that way?
Can you no. Like,
Cool.
I mean,
Perfect.
like, you can write. You can write perfectly
Right.
fine.
Yeah. No, I write a lot, but I just can't, like, talk. Like, I can't, like, be like, yes.
Yeah,
You mean
Like-
there's no such thing as Defendus sign language?
Unfortunately, apparently common sign language is not a language that, I mean, I guess like sign language exists in this world.
Yeah.
This woman is not fluent.
Sure.
But no, you do not in fact have a voice.
Right. Exactly. I can't, like, I
Yes.
can't, like, talk. I can't, like, write, like, my
Like-
stuff. I can't do nothing.
You can write.
Oh, I can't. Okay, never mind then. Fuck
Okay,
it.
will sigh. She'll
Well-
reach into her satchel and pull out her sketchbook and pass it over.
Flips to it.
You
Okay.
probably see several little drawings inside, but
Does she just want me to take notes? Is that what's happening right
No,
now?
this is the way that you're gonna put sentences
wants-
to talk.
Okay,
to
she
her.
wants me to, like, put sentences
Yeah.
here together. Okay.
She's just kind of
Okay.
like, where have I never thought I would see you in the Lux Forest again. What happened?
A lot.
Going on.
A lot. You just a person of words.
I'm gonna write how do I know you?
How do it has been. Okay. You may all describe me as Priestess Cedar.
Oh shit! This is Cedar.
um,
I was wondering if it was one of them.
I have been this entire time trying to scroll up in our Discord conversations
Trying to
to
find-
find the name of the person.
Yeah, I got you.
Um,
I think it's
Rosemary.
no Roseberry's the sister.
Rosemary's the sister. Yes, that's who.
This is
This is the younger
Rosemary?
sister, correct?
Okay,
Cool. Yeah, your last memories of her were super young.
Mm-hmm.
She had hair.
Mm-hmm.
She was very devout to sort of religious teachings of the Fae.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't think she was this devout to it, but, you know, career options swing when you haven't seen a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody's going to be happy to hear that you're alive.
Hang on one second.
Oh, somebody is.
Sorry, continue.
Apologies to the rest of you. By the way, we will get back to this in a second. I need a moment.
It's all good. Take your time. Sonata, yes, she's already gotten her thing, and she'll kind of, it's the, my twin and I can kind of relate to this sort of sentiment. She doesn't really give anything more, but just kind of the sort of thing, and goes, it's okay.
Kira,
now that she has her, go ahead.
I was just gonna retcon. I don't want to write how I'm like talking.
Okay, so you're just gonna hand the sketchbook back to Calathea?
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like that will not help here.
Now that she has her hood down and can get a good look at all of you guys, she clocks that you two are twins.
Oh.
Oh. Wait for it, and we're back.
It's not.
This is good. This is gonna happen. Don't worry about it. Yeah, she clocks that you two are twins, and is like, kind of a similar situation here. Except imagine if one of your family members you hadn't seen for a good long time.
Just giving the look of like.
She'll kind of go, that's what I meant. Oh.
Immediately is like looking back at Alex, not knowing the the plot irony of what she's said.
So I'm gonna. Alex is just stunned right now. Doesn't know what the hell. Like, it's great seeing an old friend, but like, what are they doing here?
When you left, I suppose I got more into my studies and decided I was going to know things.
Just kind of gives a smirk at that.
Not just from books, but I wanted to know at least what I could about what goes on. But I am no politician. So I became a priestess. I am one of many guardians of the Lux Forest Temple. Happen to be on duty when you walk by.
Just give her a look of like confusion. Kind of reads like how long have you been doing this?
Oh, quite a while. I might be coming up on my 6th or 7th. But naughty that I saw you? Okay.
Just kind of thinks for a moment. And like nods.
Wait. Priestess, curse breaking. I can't. But I've started to get more into research to be a curse breaker. I could look into this if you want.
Shrugs.
Wish to your voice back?
Kind of gives this face of like unsure and uneasy. It kind of reads as though she doesn't know if this is like, she's just kind of fully been okay with this being a part of her for now.
Yeah.
And hasn't even considered that as a possibility.
She kind of puts her hand. I understand change in your life. Here's the thing. I'm probably going to learn Curse Breaker magic. Because breaking curse is a pretty great thing to have in your repertoire. If that is something that you ever want,
Sits there in a moment in that and then looks back and is like, what the fuck do you know? You were gonna say something and then you held back, like what?
she just kind of is like, here's the problem with knowing things that regular people don't know. You
Looks
are
at them.
very bound to secrecy on a lot of
Shrug,
that.
folds arms.
You don't think I would tell you if I could? We are fucking with the Fae right now. Which means...
Shrugs, smiles in a sly, like, fucking with the Fae. And like, you're fucking with me, I'm fucking with you. We're here, we're fucking with each other.
Oh, no. This go bigger than me and you. Because I am magically
I know.
bound. I've signed contracts.
He pulls up a finger. Points at throat.
No.
And zips lips locker with the key.
Yes, you're not going to tell anyone. I understand. What I'm trying to get at is I have enchantments placed upon me. If I were to...
Holds up hand, like, about me?
No,
like,
just in, like, the stuff I have learned through courts and through stuff like that.
Waves hands. I get it. But, like, me? like information about me? Is that what you were gonna bring up?
Not you, but people you know. You can see that she is trying to fucking tiptoe around this shit.
I know.
You can see behind her eyes these enchantments. While she did make them fully of her own accord, she never thought she'd actually run into you again. Or maybe even presumed you did.
Yeah,
and
fair.
So she's like, these are scary enchantments.
I get it.
People
she did okay.
Know, I know things about.
Alex gets it. She fully understands what she's saying. Sits there frustrated.
The Fae are known for gossip. Let me get out wind. You are alive. Seen. And let's let...
Whoa, hold on. Hands up there. A face of an emotion of, I don't know if I necessarily want... I barely want, like, your sister to know that I'm alive, necessarily. I don't know if I want... You're already sworn to secrecy with other things.
If we let the Fae do what they want to, it may offer some as to what I can tell you. Because if you become a subject of matter that the Queen is interested in, well, can't get information without giving it.
Sighs. Do I understand what she's referencing here?
You're aware enough of, like, Fae civilizations.
Yeah, very much so.
Basically, what she wants is for this very innocent thing that she's going to tell her sister and maybe have overheard by a couple of people will become a story, a fable, a game of broken telephone over the course of a week. Okay. This will get back to the courts, this will get back to the Queen, and she will want to know which part of this is true and what not. And
yeah,
she understands that information gathering is a two-way street.
Okay, so Alex kind of sits there for a minute, kind of puts her hand on her face, just like trying to think and process what the fuck is happening. Sits there and realizes, you know, maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing for there to be rumors about this. And yet, also, this is me kind of spitballing in my head what the hell's going on. And also, if the wrong people find out, that could be very bad. However, I don't fucking care anymore. I can't fucking care. I'm here in the Lux Forest. There are already creatures that know that I'm living. If this starts spreading, that's not the end of the world. And maybe it could be for some good. I just need to grow a pair and not actually worry about who the fuck might hear about it.
It will be...
Is anything that you're like debating or any of this conversation like coming across to anybody else?
You guys, so what you guys actually see is this almost inner struggle for a moment. She's kind of pacing. And she's just thinking for a minute and just like puts her hands up and is like, all right, maybe this could be a good thing.
And then, you know, I feel like Sonata kind of like, there's obviously a lot more to this story that she has absolutely no clue, and isn't gonna push or ask her questions or anything. But she's gonna kind of look at Alex, and you know, kind of, you know, like, you do know that we're here for you, right? Like I don't know what's going on, and I'm not gonna ask or push or anything. It's your past, it's fine. But you do know that if anything comes of whatever's happening, that we'll be there for you. And if somebody tries to hurt you, it's like from Sonata, this is weird, but like also, you know, it's like it's like, you know, if anybody tries to hurt you, she'll like pull out her rapier, like, go fight them. You know, we'll fight them. Okay.
Alex realizes that like they're somehow freaking Sonata out a little bit here. Kind of composes themselves a little bit. Just
You
kind
see
of
Rose just kind of like puts her hands up and is like, one way or another, you found yourself back to
just kind of shrugs and looks over at Sonata, gives Sonata a little smirk, looks back up at Roseberry and gives her a nod.
One second.
One.
So I'm like, whatever you guys are coming across, this is like some, you're very hesitant on something here.
Mhm.
About people finding out that you're alive, meaning some people think you're dead,
Yeah.
which means people finding out that you're alive might have some not so great repercussions. She's like, and I'm like, yeah, but you're a friend, and you're a good friend, and it's like she may not be like she isn't a violent person, not really. And she's never going to be the first person to fight. Oh, but like if she needs to, she will. And you're a friend, which means she'll fight for you if she needs to.
Sonata, can you go ahead and give an instinct roll?
Ken. Who?
Sonata.
Me? Okay. My instinct. Okay, let me pull up my thingy. Instinct. Okay. Flat roll. Let's see how this goes. Not great. That is a 6 with fear. So not a crit either.
You can just kind of feel that the I don't know. You caught like a small bit of tension in the room. It was fleeting, but I don't know, like when you just said like you're a friend, you're a really good friend.
Mm-hmm.
There was a moment of tenseness.
Yeah.
And then it was just kind of, just kind of goes.
Mm-hmm. Tenseness, like from Alex?
From the priestess.
It's like in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
From the priestess, from Alex, kind of just in general. There might have been like a beat too long for the next sentence to start from other.
Okay. Lovely.
And Roseberry just kind of chuckles. Carry with you well-meaning but quirky company.
Gives a little smile at this, and looks back at Roseberry and is like, gives a knowing.
I never said I was surprised.
No, more like, remind you of anyone.
Yeah. You have a lot to think about. I have a lot to prepare for. And you, my other lovely people, have prizes to get. So please, who would like to step up next?
You have prizes to get.
You have prizes.
Yes.
And then I can send you on your way, and we can get various amounts of paperwork.
The Fae. Just paperwork on paperwork
the
on paperwork.
bureaucracy of it all.
This bitch lost her name, and this one died.
This one lost her voice, and this one lost her name. There might be dead people outside.
Yep. I'll try to reset this again.
Gotta get the Eternal Fae cleanup crew.
Wait, sorry, I find it as funny. Let's say looking at what Zach put in the text chat like a while ago. Dawn's only just seen. Camathea is taller than Dawn IRL and is probably like just about my height, maybe like an inch or two shorter than me IRL.
I mean, there is backstory reasons as why the Swift Beads might be a little taller than average
it's
Fairs.
fine. It's
I
just
had
kind of,
to-
you know,
I had
it's just kind
say-
of funny.
Calafia is taller than me.
Yeah.
It's funny. That's all.
Yeah, she's like, okay. Like, as people are kind of getting their stuff, she's like, kind of going over it. Alex, if you want your curse book, and you know where to come to. You guys need to get a hold of your principal and find out this girl who has become apparently behind the veil. If any of you has connections with, like, royalty or politicians or anything that would bonus. Technically,
wait, yeah, I guess.
That just kind of looks to Sonata.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, we all just
Piper
kind of like
looks
look
at
at each
Sonata.
other.
Just because
No,
obviously
Kira.
their brother is marrying.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good fucking point. Kira, look at your messages.
This is only a this is only a look that you guys are saying. You're not saying this out loud.
Yeah, because obviously the two of us don't need to say anything. We, we look at each other, at the comment about, being related to royalty. Have connections to royalty. They just kind of look at each other. They don't say anything because the two of them don't need to say anything to each other. They know what they're talking. They know what the look is about.
Calathea, did you have anything that you want to say?
I would say probably at the mention of politicians and other high-ranking officials, Calthea will probably shirk away a little.
Oh. Okay.
All the backstory stuff today.
Alright.
Yeah.
And she's going to just kind of jingle an open bag towards Piper and Calathea.
Piper just hears click clack noises and it's like, wait, oh, I forgot.
Like fucking bells jingled in front of a cat.
No, yeah. No, it's dice in front of a D&D player.
Nice.
Piper's just like, oh wait, sorry, I got distracted. Sorry.
No, I will not pull any backstory info on Bob without you being.
In fact, Piper is very easily distracted, even though Piper's good at social situations. Piper will just completely lose anything. Piper has not been listening.
My goodness.
Piper has not been listening.
So Piper, does that mean that you're up next?
Roll dice.
Yes. So first it's going to be the luck check.
Okay. That's an 18.
That is
Great,
an
okay.
18. That is going to be 2 d12s, please.
That's a 14.
14. You have an improved Grindletooth venom.
Gringletooth!
Grindletooth.
Who gave
Whoa.
Piper poison? Who gave
Who
Piper
gave
poison?
Piper poison? Who
You
thought
did-
that was a good idea?
You did just give Piper poison. However, it's not an ingested poison. It's contact poison.
Stabby stab
You
poison.
can apply this to a
Oh.
physical weapon to give it an extra d8 to its next damage.
Ooh, that means my rapier would get turned into 2d8 plus 2
Oh,
if I used it on my rapier.
technically 3d8, but we'll get to that in a second. But yes, and then Calathea, for yours, would like to give me a luck roll.
D12.
Yeah, that's a
Yes,
lot.
please.
19.
19. That will be 12. I will consult big table of consumable shit.
9.
8, 9. Well, this is ironic. If Piper has the improved Grindletooth venom,
Yours is not. Ha
You
ha.
have-
Get rigged.
Grindletooth venom basic, which when you apply will
Oh,
will add a 1d6 to a physical weapon's X damage roll.
That looks like mine.
It's like
And you will see, actually, the priestess will be like, yes, yours is slightly more potent. But for what it is worth, they do stack. So you can apply both.
okay.
If you're really looking to absolutely mess up someone's day.
Well, I've done that a few times now working with Calafea. Right?
Can I just look at the potion? Kind of shrug. Pass it over.
You're going to give Piper double venom?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay. Why are we giving Piper poison?
Absolutely love that.
I
love that
punch people. I don't really apply
poison
poisons to my fist and punch people that way.
Stop.
Fair.
Piper, stop.
I was gonna say,
Very
if you
different.
had like gauntlets or something, you could apply it to that.
True. I still
Uh,
pass the Piper because I think
I
it's
like
fun.
Piper being a poisony bitch.
It fits the personality, though. Because think about it. Piper, silver tongue, like a snake.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Plus, it's the person you would least expect it from. Is to get absolutely mollywopped by this tiny little Broadway singer.
Fair.
You see the priestess Cedar puts the bag beside the beacon. Goes, oh, clears her throat, kind of puts her hood up and assumes her priestessy position, kind of like hands inside robe sleeves. You have done well to make it far, Defendus students. And with this, I bid you farewell from this temple. Take what you have learned. Use it to grow yourselves, both physically and emotionally. As you turn to kind of leave this place, she will firmly but nicely grab your hand, Alex, and just kind of pull you in.
Yeah, Alex goes in for a full hug. As everyone's kind of turning around to leave. Flips over, like, act like in that, just cinematically, just like the hood flips back down.
Oh, 100%. The hood just flies back. You can see
Mhm.
that there are tears in this woman's eyes. It's like,
Just gives her this look of regret, but slight tinge of fear. And then, I miss you.
you can also feel something, a piece of pressed into.
Or I'll just turn around.
And all exit the Lux Forest Temple. Pretty sure of where you're going to head back to Academy. Now, before we reach the Defendus Academy proper, we are going to take a slight... Why is it that I can't see how we've been live?
Not that long. Hasn't it only? It's been less than like an hour.
1 hour. 1 hour.
So you've been live just over an hour.
Okay, cool. I don't know why. It usually says it to me at the bottom of OBS, but
I'm hiding it
I
from
can-
you.
apparently you are. However, we are not going to take a break from streaming or from playing the game. We're simply going to take a break from being in character to level up.
Yeah, yo.
Yay!
So, if there's anybody who is absolutely certain on what they're wanting to do, you can go ahead and go first. Otherwise, I can just sort of pick on you, Ray. Hey, teacher.
I'm at least 90% sure.
Yeah, so we were kind of
Like-
playing around a little bit before. Like, when you said come prepared to level up, we were kind of...
They all were like,
They
Actually,
make our characters.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
So I will go ahead and let the audience know who is not Stoppy, because Stoppy is a part of the group and has apparently already figured out her stuff for leveling up. But leveling up, obviously, is very different than in 5e, because it's a very different system than 5e. Going up to level 2 involves creating a new experience you can call on for future rolls. Increasing your severe damage threshold by +2. So you are harder to wound, at least severely. Increasing your proficiency to 2, I believe?
Yeah, because it gets increased by 1.
Yes. So, the thing about proficiency in this game is the number that your proficiency is how many dice you roll to do your weapon's damage. So, if your weapon does a 1d6, you have a proficiency of 2, it now does 2d6.
AKA, why if I use the Venom instead of being 2d6, 2d8 like I thought, it would be 3d8.
Correct. Then you have a variety of level up options. They are as follows. Increase 2 of your traits by +1.
Oops.
Add a permanent HP slot. Add a permanent stress slot. Add a permanent armor slot. Increase 2 of your experiences by +1. Increase your evasion by +1. Get an extra domain card. And increasing your either major or severe threshold by +1. So you are already going to get a new domain card just by leveling up. You could get a second one if you wanted to, as a level up option. And you can choose 2 of these to do.
Cool.
So I will go to Piper first. Dawn, what have you chosen as your 2?
Mine is the increase my stats and take an extra domain card. Increase
Love
traits
that.
and take an extra domain card.
And do you have what you're experiencing?
Mess with them, mess with me.
I love that. Does anybody else know what they've done?
Yeah, I'm just putting it into a thing now.
Our lovely little bee. What have you chosen for your...
So the level up options I chose... Oh, I did increase traits twice.
Oh, can you do
shit.
that?
Yeah.
You can. What's weird is it says that you can do it up to 3 times, even though there's only 2 choices. It's kind of funky.
So you can do it twice. How did I do it twice? Hold on.
Yes, so it's an option that can only ever be picked 3 times.
Yeah.
Because when
that
you
makes
level
more
up to level 3,
sense.
whatever you've chosen now will not be an option this time.
Ew.
Yeah.
Actually, it can be chosen more times, but not until higher levels. I've actually looked into that.
Yes,
You unlock more at level 5,
There's
I believe,
more-
where you
okay.
can repeat up.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
That's
second
really
level.
fascinating.
Yeah.
And it's because
I've
every
looked
time you
into
choose it,
level
it's 2
up.
stats, and there's 6 stats, and there's 6 stats.
Mm-hmm.
So you've just
And you
decided
can
to go
only-
full stat increase.
Yeah.
Okay. And your experience.
The experience. I told you this. I mean, I told you this, but the new experience for Sonata is called Quiet Leader.
Zach, do you know what you are going to be giving to Calathea?
Yeah.
What is it?
An additional domain card plus stat increase.
Love that. And new experience?
New experience I called Protector of the Soul.
Love that. Love that. And Alexa, have you decided?
Yeah, I
or do
got
you
no-
need some time?
I got no clue. I'm messing around with some stuff.
Cool. I'm super cool with
but
that.
we, the current experience that I've been messing with was too curious for my own good or something like that.
Yeah.
But we'll see around. We'll see. There's
Love
a lot
that.
of changing and
And then obviously you
currently-
can kind of mess around with the level up options if you want.
Mhm.
I am
As of right
Go ahead.
now, but this was in my original build that I was messing around with. Again, this is all up in the air.
It's all loosey goosey.
So, loosey goosey.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was doing a domain card and upping my trades.
Sounds good.
But we'll see what happens.
Very powerful abilities to have, like, right off the bat. Yeah, just kind of letting everybody know who's watching. I'm being very lenient these first kind of couple of levels.
She is the kindest goddess.
I mean, I'm glad you think that now.
That's a bold-faced lie.
That's a bold motherfucking claim. But yes, I'm being very lenient with these levels because we are so new to this game that people are like, oh, you know what? Maybe I wasn't really feeling this. So you have the ability while we're in, I'm going to say the first 3 levels, to, because you're at a school, right? You can re-major, as it were. You're not feeling your current class, and you want to switch to another one. I'm perfectly cool with that. You don't have to start at level. We're just gonna kind of float about.
Actually, Piper's already changed classes at the school, like as in what class, secondary
Yeah,
class I'm going
But
to.
that's you've
Yes.
essentially changed your minor.
Which is perfectly good. Yeah, basically after level 3, it will be locked in. Only because you kind of start to get into, the kind of ins and outs of that class. Ooh, new die.
Honestly, it speaks to me as a person because I changed my major in college, halfway through my junior year.
Also, you may just be the most indecisive person I've ever met. And I say
Which
that
is
with
saying a
love.
lot. That's saying a lot. It's really, the funny thing is, it's only with D&D and what the fuck I want to eat.
For me,
That's it. Everything else, I'm like, I can make a fucking
packing.
decision. Oh, and
Yeah.
pack. Okay, hold on. Anxiety and being indecisive, 2 different things, babe.
One can be fueled by the other.
I was gonna say, Alexa, once for D&D, I did not decide the name of my character until about 5 minutes before the campaign started.
Oh, that exact situation happened to me with my character Callan. Kira can testify.
Sorry,
I was trying
could
to
you
find
please give us his full name?
No, because I have changed it so many times. Let me look it up.
Because you actually need to look up your own character's name.
That it says a lot, right?
For context,
And I'm
we will
probably-
remember.
I still hate it.
Go ahead, Don.
Sorry, Don.
We will remember my character name in shenanigans of how long did it take me to settle on a name, Dia? Oh my
Yo,
your character.
I forgot that it was Dia.
It was Dia. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I feel like Dawn and I are very similar in our naming. Well, we've been through this. That one time we were making twins, it was like you were there. You know
We
what?
still
How
need
much
to
it
find a
takes to make-
Daggerheart one shot where we can play those twins.
I know.
We still need to find one where we can play it. I want to
It'll
play
happen.
Vespa.
It'll happen.
I wanna
So
play my little druid baby.
And of course, we
I
have
ended
the in-depth naming of our current characters, that being 2 music-based puns and the player's actual name with a letter written off at the end.
hey, it's not.
Actually, I would like to say no. My character is named after 2 different characters in 2 different series.
Yes,
My
but they're
character's
both
named
music
off-
puns.
Yeah, named after the demigod of the goddess of love, who can charm speak to get people to do what she wants.
Which makes sense.
And named after a literal siren as the middle name.
If people don't know you're deadly, like, that's... I don't know what to tell y'all.
Literally, Piper Aria. Piper from Heroes of Olympus, and Aria from Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks.
And yes, Sonata's from was another character of from Rainbow Rocks that I was struggling, and we came up with Aria and Sonata. And then our last name may or may not be a riff on Shakespeare.
Which is why you'll only ever hear maybe Sonata or Reed call Piper Aria, because that's what Piper's kind of known as more as my family or close people, right?
Zach, your names for characters have always been, like, the most interesting things. Like,
I went on fantasy name generator, click generate, roll the d10, and that's the name.
That's a good time.
I love it.
I wish that's how I pick names.
I get into it.
I get so attached to my characters too, which is part of where all the stress comes from, is like, oh, this is my child. I've joked that, like, when I eventually have kids, it's gonna take me so long to pick a name because I can barely pick a fictional character's name.
Either my partner is going to choose it, or I'm going to go on fantasy name generator and just pick a random name.
And
My
fleeting.
because it's like I like to have some form of meaning with my names if I can, because I'm a writer and I do that. That's like one of my favorite things about coming up with character names is naming them. Sometimes it's just whatever random name I come up with, but if I can't come up with a name, I will look at like aspects of the character. I have a Percy Jackson character that I've named Eliana, which is like derived from about like a couple other derivatives, whatever.
Derivatives.
Derivatives of it was like a Roman character. It was like a Roman name or something. From like based on the sun, and she's a daughter of Apollo. I forget exactly what the line was, but it was like was it like based off of like Helios or something? It was like something. It was like it came from something. I think Roman, I believe. Something related to
Roman then, because Helios wasn't really Roman.
No, I'm trying to remember. There was the etymology of it.
I put descriptive words of my characters through Google Translate, and I grabbed the ones that sound the most name-like.
Okay, I love that's fun too.
Put it this way: the reason, even though I didn't decide till like 5 minutes before the session, Dia's name means time, etymology-wise. And fun fact: Dia got sent to the future as a baby. Dia's not from the current time, so Dia's name being in time makes sense, right?
Yeah. This is really kind of only for Alexa. Atami, his name is Japanese for hidden. And like Saitama is something, or Saitana, or something like that. His last name was to be Hitman. So basically, that like he's a hidden assassin.
I fucking adore it.
And then, God, who was it that died? Who was it that? What is her name? Ima?
Ima.
Yeah, I think Ima was just literally winter.
No, you said it was like, it meant like not or something. Like it was, wasn't it like it just wasn't true? Something about it, like,
Yeah,
or no,
something
it
about
was
her
the other.
being like false.
Yeah, that wasn't Ima though. It was the other one.
Atami.
No, bitch, the one who didn't die, the one who came after the one who died.
Oh. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually like an elven word that literally that meant forgot, like forgotten.
Right. Yes.
Because when you would
An
ask
absent.
her name, she would just
I don't
say
know. I forgot.
the word for forgotten, and everybody thought that was her name.
Yep.
But yeah,
I love that.
we are now all officially leveled up to level 2.
You know, vaguely.
Vaguely. It's fine. It'll probably
Enough.
be fine.
My stats are at least leveled up, and that's all I care about right now.
Heck yeah. It is a grueling journey without a guide back through the wild side of the Lux Forest. But you all pretty much know at this point that if you don't make... It's weird. If you don't make an effort to do something, you can't be magically influenced. So instead, you just kind of decide to retrace your steps back to the wonderful, glorious steps of Defendus Academy proper.
Can we have grabbed more Drake food on the way back?
You can if you would like to spend the time to do so.
We got anything better going on?
I think we do.
You have
We could grab Drake
classes.
food.
We do have classes.
You have
You
several.
guys have classes.
We have classes, and I got a witch to beat.
It's lighting.
Yeah, you have tryouts coming up.
Have a witch to be. I love that. That's how you describe it.
Yeah, we can go back. We can go back. I guess.
Is there anything that you guys do kind of before splitting off to whatever sort of various area that you decide to do your reporting today? You going to do it maybe tomorrow morning?
We should probably go report today.
Probably
honestly.
should go. Yeah, go talk to dude today.
Go talk to dudes
Go
today.
talk to dude.
The principal.
Yeah, so you head to Principal Defendus' office. Sir Sharudo is just sort of making his way out as you're coming in. Takes a look over all of you and see that you are safely. I trust able to find something interesting or
Somewhat. We don't have all of the information.
We have none
And-
of the information.
Okay. Well, yeah, we have. Okay. Correction. We have very little information. But there was someone, vaguely someone. That's all we have. in the Lux Temple that might have done something to the beacon around when Aubrey first showed up.
Any specifics should be given. And he sort of steps aside and opens doors for you.
I'll step in.
You enter
Yeah.
in the small room that spreads out wider.
So I guess my brain didn't actually process it for some reason. Thought that was the principal, so she just kind of goes yes, doesn't actually say everything. Sorry, my brain did not process fully that was not the
Yeah,
principal.
I straight up thought we were talking to Defendus there.
Yeah,
No, that was Sir Sharuto who was.
Yeah. Yeah. So she just kind of, that we're all safe and sound, and what all did he say? He asked if we had found something. She's kind of like, maybe.
And he
He
just
just
kind
kind
of
of like
replies.
leaves it at that.
Sir
Lost
Sharuto,
something.
they're not a very emotional person.
Which one's Sharuto?
Sir Sharuto is the sanctioner of
Oh, this is
mock sports.
game stuff. Okay, right.
Yes.
He's who
He is also
Calisthea
the
basically reports to.
teacher for they're also the teacher for Guardian classes and Warrior classes.
Right. Thank you.
They just kind of look at you, Sonata, very blankly, and just nod, say, something is better. And then ushers you. Principal Defendus is, you can see him just sort of in front of a mirror, kind of adjusting his uniform and pulling his hair back into a slightly messy ponytail, like low-hanging ponytail. Catches you all in the reflection of the mirror. Oh, okay. That is... And he just starts kind of counting. All of you. Good.
More or less.
More
Oh, yeah.
or less?
I motioned towards Bob. I was like, what's their name?
That's... concerning.
I just shrug like we don't know either.
So yeah,
we started calling them Bob.
yeah, they're responding to Bob now,
Okay.
and
I will honor your newly chosen name, but we'll look into why no one can remember your name.
we met a ladybug.
You are... Sonata,
We met a
my
little-
dear, you are going to have to get better at reporting stuff, because you have to
Get
follow
better,
up something with I met a ladybug, and now I don't know my friend's name.
To be fair, that's kind of what happened.
I mean,
I was distracted. I don't remember what happened.
there was a. I mean, we were getting roses for one of the quest boards, but and Bob was talking to this little ladybug thing with a clipboard.
He was a
Little,
fairy.
well, yeah, we figured that out later. When we couldn't remember.
Okay, but now
Bob's
that you
name.
figured out that information, you could lead with that. That, see, is like, you figured that out, and now you can be like, it was a fairy with, like, because, I don't know, is it like a summoned creature? It had a clipboard, and he just kind of stops for a second, and he goes, and it asked if it could have your name.
I'm assuming she responded yes.
I'm gonna look at because I think this is the first time we're realizing what the fuck happened here. I'm gonna look at oh my gosh, Ashlyn, and I'm gonna be like, that's how it happened.
He just kind of like puts a hand up and he's like, those who are not familiar with the trickery that can come from fairies sometimes may not be... Look, this is reversible. If you wish it to be reversible, we will have a talk about it. But...
Just
let's
hands
get to
up.
the-
Yeah, we'll call him Bob. Sure.
Let's get to the meat and potatoes of it. What did you find at the...
Oh, hungry.
There was a lot of different trials we had to do to get through the temple, but after we did that, we met this, what was it? Priestess of the what's it? What was the thing?
I'm guessing you've met the priestess who was guarding the Lux Temple.
Yes, I'm trying to remember the name of what you had said.
Priestess
This is
Cedar.
out of Priestess what?
Cedar. Like the wood.
Cedar.
Oh,
Yes.
that's her last name.
Yeah. Well, we met this priestess.
It's good to know the difference because there are a lot of priestesses and a lot of princesses.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're priestess princesses.
The
It's true.
priestess Cedar. She kind of says that after a second, trying to make sure she remembers the name right. This princess.
Alex nods.
Princess.
Nope.
Yeah, ignore me. If you
It's
say
hard
princess,
to say.
I'm
There's
sorry.
a lot of C's.
You see, Principal
Imagine
Defendus...
I'm not actually. Please pretend I'm not saying princess. Please.
He's just gonna lean down to you, Sonata, and just kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, and you kind of feel your muscles relax.
Well, no. I'm not saying. So it's more of a. For some reason, my IRL brain is bouncing in about 50 different directions.
Oh, I just loved the idea of Sonata in character. This one, yeah, princess, fuck, priestess.
Fair.
Like Typhon learning about the party's names 7 sessions later.
Yeah, exactly. He goes, Priestess Cedar. What was she able to... I believe, was the beacon still intact?
Yes, it was still intact. She was able to... She asked us about the timeline. About when Aubrey showed up here and said that it made sense that something tracked with that, and then asked us for some form of proof of what happened, that this wasn't just words. And Alex had her name tag.
He pulls it out because I think we still have it.
No, I think we gave it to the
okay.
Had the name tag that she wore when we first met her. And so we gave that to the priestess. And then she said that they would, reconvene. We need to get permission from Aubrey for them to do scrying magic to find out what happened. And then, and to get permit, and talk to you. And to have, if some form of royalty or powerful person present at some meeting later between you, her, or someone with that she's a priestess from, and Aubrey. The Seelie Queen and Aubrey.
Okay. I have very little political power. I have connections, so I could potentially call upon someone.
And then she'll kind of cautiously say this, or she says, "Oh my goodness." She'll kind of look at Piper a little bit before she'll look at Piper before she says anything, but it's Piper would see that she might be about to say something too, So she'll kind of like look at Piper before she says something. If Piper, shakes her head or something, some indication not to, she won't. Does Piper say stop talking?
Piper's like, it's the principal, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At least,
Well, it doesn't.
like,
Yeah. Okay. And it says, Piper and I have a pretty direct connection to royalty.
Oh, you. Oh,
future
Our-
sister-in-law? Technically?
Sister-in-law
you have. Oh, your sister-in-law is
is a princess.
a princess. Okay, that could do. Do you have a way of contacting?
I assume. Well, she'll kind of look at Piper and go, I assume Reed does?
Yeah, I assume Reed does. We don't, but we know someone who does.
Okay. Also, this really does matter. A princess from where? Because we are talking to the Sealy Court Queen.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Ooh.
That might not be a good idea.
That could be wrong. Then
Ooh.
Piper visibly just, like, suddenly just looks like an oh no look. Which is weird for Piper, because Piper's usually very much, like, filtered
Yeah.
out what Piper feels.
And
But a
because
sudden
it
oh
is
no look.
born on your faces, very obviously, he just kind of leans back and he's like, not great. He's asking that like a question.
Mm-mm. Pixie.
Oh! Your idea to talk to the Sealy Queen was the Unsealy Princess. It's not...
We didn't think it all the way
It's
through.
not a bad idea.
And also, it was also Sonata who said it, where, like, she can sometimes speak without thinking. It's, I'm like, this is definitely not the first time this has happened.
You see like, a lot of information kind of go behind the brain, like behind the eyes of the principal before he goes, they are bound to court laws, so it's not like, it would be more of a social faux pas. It's not a terrible idea, but if there is a secondary option...
But the crazy thing is, if Reed is married to her, then he is the Unseelie prince.
Correct.
Therefore, and he's a fairy. That's
Oh,
interesting.
wait, would that actually be, would that work? Would Reed work?
What? Wait, what about a prince? What about the married? Piper's like, what about the married into Unseelie prince who is a fairy?
He just kind of like sits back and he's like, "Whoa, that's a very good
It seems like a
question."
tight wire to
I told you,
crap.
the Unseelie princess was our sister-in-law.
That's true. You know what? A lot of information has been given to me in rapid succession, and I maybe
Yeah, dude might need a minute.
I might need... What the... Okay. So, this could be taken one of two ways. This could be a way to potentially, bend the, hardships between that of the Sealy
We're
and
gonna
Unsealy
single-handedly do that
Court. Or...
this campaign.
It could be seen as a direct slap in the face of the Sealy government by a member of their own people to leave their society and marry a Unsealy woman.
I'm gonna just look at Sonata and there is no way. This is where it's hard to do this without talking. uh, fuck. Okay, this is like a challenge here. So I'm gonna look at Sonata, and I'm gonna be like, "You guys and your brother," and I'm just gonna like be like a step above that,
Mm-hmm.
like questionably out of character. Questionably, what the fuck do your parents do?
We don't talk about that.
Okay, cool.
We don't talk about them. Piper's just like, no. Piper just gives an obvious no look.
Done.
Well, I don't
Done.
know if we were
It
actually,
doesn't
if you
press.
actually asked that.
Huh?
If he did,
Did,
'cause
did you actually say? Did you actually ask that in character?
No, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
She wouldn't ask that in character. She didn't get into family
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, because out of character, I'm pretty sure wasn't Reed sent to the Unseelie to spy on them, and that's where he met the princess.
Yes, that is indeed what happened.
Correct.
Oh, that's right.
That is what happened.
Yes, your
really
father is a Sealy spy. Your mother is just a normal fairy woman who's a huge racist.
Right, but if he's a Sealy spy, then wouldn't he work for the government?
technically yes, right?
Yes, in the worst possible way.
What?
Piper just looks again to Sonata like, in a technical, there's another way, but I don't want to do it.
There you go.
Because Piper now holds no respect. I will say this: Piper holds no respect for their father anymore. After hearing
Cool.
what happened with Reed,
No clue.
Piper holds no respect for him at this point.
The
Fair,
other thing that's
yeah.
helping you with this, Piper, is you essentially have a dad who works for, like, the CIA. That's not a person of political.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
true.
they're not really going to be much help in this current situation. But yeah, they certainly do work for the Sealy Queen.
Mm-hmm.
You see that Defendus has started and stopped his sentence about 6 times before going, if there is a second, safer option, we'll go with that. I'm not going to lie. I'm so curious as to what would happen in that particular set of circumstances. Also interesting
Alex-
to know that we have another form of royalty in school, which is...
Alex just
Another-
looks at this and is like, whoa, we're not seriously considering this, right?
No.
Like,
Also-
Sealy's, yeah,
You know,
no.
it's another form of royalty.
Oh, yes. Princes and princesses have come and gone from Defendus Academy before. I'm pretty sure we have another princess here at the academy. Again, also probably not the greatest of options, but
I swear to God, Kira.
there is like another technical option.
Let's say, at the mention of a second option, Calthe would also, kind of just turn away, face down a little.
Oh.
There's a second where he kind of regards you, and there's a smile.
Oh.
He drops the smile.
Oh.
Not what I was
Just kind of
expecting.
nods.
At all.
Please feel free to return to your studies. I have an entire 3 days worth of work to catch up on. This is the first time, by the way, that it has hit you. Your
Oh, 3
watches
days.
and your phones are wrong.
Oh.
Cool.
I mean, they haven't connected to the network yet and resynced?
She'll kind of like
They have not
realize,
resynced
like,
yet.
I
I guess
don't
look
have
at
an
like, her,
Apple Watch, y'all.
she'll kind of like look at like her phone, kind of go and like look at 3 days.
Works differently. Or in the Lux Forest. But I have been sending missives to your teachers, hoping that you guys all made it back safely, and you did,
Alex
which is great.
Does not look surprised, if any of you are wondering.
Okay.
But yes, you have a little bit of work to catch up on. And also, I do believe your first official bakery club meeting is today.
Oh,
Wait, it's
God.
today? And also, Piper then also just looks in a sense of, because at this point, they've been gone at the time where Piper figured out they wanted to switch one of their classes. They were at Lots Forest. Piper's like, do I have to do catch-up if I want to drop one of those classes?
Drop or switch?
Switch, actually.
Ah, well then the answer is both yes and no.
You'd have to
Okay, no road class catch-up! Piper's like, no road class catch-up. Wait, I have to do Guardian work now?
Yes, you would absolutely...
And if Piper says that, Sonata will kind of look from Piper to Calathea and be like, I mean, I can try to help, but you could also probably ask Calathea. Like, motions at Calathea.
This whole conversation, Alex has turned around and is slowly sneaking out of the room.
Of course.
You can just see Defendus
Very
is like,
Obvious.
enjoy the rest of your day.
No, like kind of like obviously like just let's not acknowledge the fact that like I'm supposed to be doing bard classes. I haven't gone to a single one. Just like completely.
You were supposed to be in our classes? You were supposed to be in our classes,
Oh no,
jokingly.
you don't know that. You don't know that.
Because we don't know
Obviously
that.
don't know that, but you were supposed to be out of classes. Hey, you could have had friends there. Out of character, this one,
Well,
obviously.
Wobble doubles.
Obviously out of character because Piper does not know that, but I had to
Yeah.
make the funnies.
I accidentally never went to my classes.
Never went through the classes.
I mean, yeah, I guess Calthea will notice Alex leaving and then look towards Sonata, Piper, the twins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time remembering who's who. They go, I
I
do
flip
think I
them
have
all
my
the
year
time.
1 Guardian
With
book
what?
still.
Just see Defendus roll his eyes. I could see you.
Piper just perks up like, really? Sorry, I realise I'm not sneaky enough to be a rogue.
Discord's about to get punched in the face.
You see he,
Look at you and go, you're just realizing this?
you see the principal chuckle and he goes,
You
you did do a fully choreographed performance in the middle of the club fair.
Oh wait, that got back to you?
It was recorded.
It was recorded.
Okay, I need that video.
Everyone has social media, y'all.
He takes out his phone and he goes, you're like TikTok viral.
Trending.
A quick above board comment. The idea of a rogue that is the complete opposite of what everyone thinks a rogue should be kind of amuses me. One that doesn't use stealth to sneak around, but sheer charisma.
Probably could pull that off, but
He kind of looks over at you, Defendus, looks at you, Althea, and like, well, you're also going to get a guardian who is sort of the opposite of what a guardian usually is, considering, you know, they're usually big, built to take hits, and Miss
Or isn't.
Miss here is
Not.
not. Yes.
a quick flyer agile who will pull out a violin at any notice.
Austin bought me a salad.
Aw. Wait, what kind of salad?
It's arugula. I don't know if there's anything else in here because a man just made me a salad, but you know, I'm here for it.
I mean,
Calthea just gives.
Yeah, it's just a bowl of
roll.
arugula, but I'm not mad about it.
Then Piper's like, well, I already do part of what a guardian does, right? I stab people who hurt people I care about.
I mean,
did not know that. But, you know.
Don't mess with my sister.
Oh,
Here,
I'm gonna
give him
message
an
you
eye roll.
something.
Okay. What was that, Calthea?
I said I just give him an eye roll. Like, come on, like. I'm 5 foot tall. I'm the shortest person on the mock sports, probably.
As of now, yes. But you have Fox Sports tryouts tomorrow.
I was like,
And she just realizes, like, oh shoot, that's tomorrow.
question: if I didn't sign up for the tryouts, but if I did do them, would I be able to beat that one goal spot?
Um,
Don't be stealing that one.
You see, Defendus. Actually, I have the sanctioned combats for tomorrow here, which is what Sir Shirudo was here for, and unfortunately, it was a direct challenge from Gloria to Calathea, so that is what is on the docket for tomorrow.
Yeah.
You have the option of challenging her another weekend.
If Piper looks to Calathea as like, beat her, but I don't like her.
I never liked her anyway.
This, you know, I love
Sonata first day. I already have beef with her. I will not forgive her.
Well, that's a thing to look up and see. I have a centipede on my roof. On the ceiling.
Oh, Karen, you see why I love playing Piper?
Piper's
That's a
great.
thing that's up there.
He goes,
Yeah, just yeah.
So I have people to maybe talk to. You guys have people to maybe talk to. Is there anything else worth reporting, or is that it? And you guys would like to go back to various classes?
Well, let's see, anything else worth reporting? She kind of goes, I don't know if there's much else aside from that. Calathea lost her title to the. You're gonna say lost her title to the ladybug? Because I feel that's what Sonata's gonna fixate on about that little Faye thing, is that it's a ladybug.
Because
I mean, no, we just know that I had some sort of nickname, and we just don't know what it is anymore.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's like it's on the tip of our tongue, but nobody can name it, so they know something happened with the Fae. You know, so it's.
Would you like that restored, by the way?
I just don't think Sonata or Piper would know about her title.
We would have heard you saying that, because
might.
Would you have heard about you?
On our first day.
You would have heard about it, but then you would forgot about it.
But didn't your jacket say your name? Doesn't
You would have
your
also
jacket?
forgotten about it.
But
Yeah.
we would have known that there was. Would we remember that there was something on the jacket, but not what?
Yeah, it's like when you try to recall it in your mind's eye, it's just like blurry.
Muffled.
You kind of chalk it up to like, oh, there was something written on the jacket, but it's like a sports team jacket. It was probably just like the name of the team or something.
Okay. So is there something that we would, would anybody tell him about that?
He just
Or would he,
Defendus just kind of looks at you and goes, Calathea, is that something like returned to you, your title?
I just look at it, I was like, what?
Yeah.
This title that you apparently lost.
I had one?
Apparently.
Well, because you gave. I mean, you said something to. She could have fixed, like I said, she's fixing on this thing that's a ladybug. You said something to the ladybug, but it's obviously not your name because we know your name. But you had to give some sort of name, so you gave something to the ladybug because you said something. I just can't remember what it
saying
was.
something. I know I was a little suspicious about it, as I do know what's wrong with the fairies.
Obviously, it wasn't important enough.
I mean, if you could figure out what it was, it'd probably be interesting to maybe see about getting back. But I feel like mostly towards Ashlyn's, like, I do believe that's a little more pressing.
I would agree. Unless, of course, we find out that your title is some sort of royalty or political power, in which case it would be very useful.
Yeah.
And I just like kind of downturn my head a little bit. It's like, I don't think it was that.
Probably not. But I mean, we're gonna work into that sort of thing. We'll get a hold of this. I really don't feel comfortable referring to him as a ladybug.
He did mention that he knew you.
Did
That's
mention
like,
that.
that's like, I feel like,
Didn't he
I'm
give us a
like,
name?
oh, I think he did. I don't remember
Wouldn't
anything
that
else
be
about it.
convenient?
That's like, I love how, like, it's like,
I'm
that's what
pretty sure he
Stratus
gave
was
us a
sitting
name.
on, because I can't remember anything else. I remember it was a ladybug.
Who would like to try to recall the name?
It was
I shall.
T something or other.
I
Calathea,
have
go ahead
written
and give
in the
me
note.
a knowledge 16.
It's in my notes at home.
I was gonna say Piper could try and recall it, but then I realised it wouldn't make sense because Piper legit was not paying attention.
Piper isn't paying
Just
attention to
Piper was-
anything.
Piper was gathering the gloses. Like,
We found
do you
this out.
expect-
We found their name. We got the name. I think later, like when we all joined the group.
Oh, that's just passes a hopeful 16.
16. You do. It was very fleeting, but kind of as you're going past your memory of the conversation, you do remember he gave you the name.
No,
It's like,
Oh.
I said it was T something.
Isaac. I think it was.
You see,
She'll kind of go, hearing the name, go, oh, that was the name.
Defendus kind of sits back. Yes, I am aware of Nick. This is not the first time he has pulled this prank on my students. And I am aware of how to get back at him. Safely, of course. We do not encourage violence against those who do not deserve it. But, well, I have other tricks up my.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it, girls. Don't you do it.
If that is something that you wish to have back, please let me know. And I will do that for you. I can probably get back Miss Bob's original name and your title at the same time.
At the most, at least her name, I mean, it's kind of concerning that we've been venturing with her and don't even know what to call them. And I mean, if it's an earned nickname, I've earned it for a reason, I suppose, but I still can't for the life of me know what.
Would you recognize that your jacket doesn't have a name on it anymore? Would that be weird to you?
I mean,
to my knowledge,
you feel
it's
like there's something that's supposed to go.
to my knowledge, it's always been blank. But now that you mention it, it does feel like there is something missing.
He goes, Defendus goes, I know it's really hard because that's what these things are supposed to be. I would say try not to focus too much on it. It will be overturned. But in the meantime, the 5 of kind of looks around. 4 of you.
Gone.
As you look around and Alex is gone.
Okay.
Not surprised.
Should not. I was gonna say it's like at this point should not be surprised. Alex is gone.
This Everlock is somewhere. Don't know where. They'll show up at some point. The rest
There's
of
a
you,
way of crawling back.
go relax, take care of your injuries, get some rest. For those of you who can, obviously, you, it kind of points to the twins, have a bakery club meeting. I'm guessing you don't want to miss your first meeting?
No.
No way. I think my friend would be very disappointed if I didn't show up to the club we started together.
Very much. And also, she's been checking in every once in a while to see how you're doing. It's funny because we don't. But she'll be very happy to see that you are alive and mostly, well, you seem a bit banged up, but nothing that a good night's rest won't fix.
I made my friends think I was dead at one point.
Oh, that's lovely. What? No, never mind. I don't need to. You just see him do like one quick like hand motion. This gust of wind just sort of like brushes like underneath your ass and just kind of ushers you out. And he's like, "Nope, nope. I need to remember to not ask questions."
Piper just heads out, just in a slight way, slightly giggling because Piper. It's true, Piper did, but also it was kind of funny. The response was kind of funny.
Who now? Alex and Calathea. Did either of you sign up for the baking club?
No.
Alexa steps away.
Oh, Alexa. Has
I know Bob did. Obviously.
Bob very much did.
Now. Yeah. And if Piper and Sonata weren't in it, that would be a problem.
Yes.
I'm back. Sorry, what'd I miss?
I forget if you actually signed up for the bake.
I did not.
Okay. Bob did, and eventually when you get there, you see faces that
Aubrey did as I mean, not here, but Aubrey did as well.
Yes, you see faces
right.
that are unfamiliar to you, as well as very familiar faces. You, in fact, see Aubrey. You also see Amelia and Kasha. As soon
Piper
as you
runs
go
up to
in.
both of them.
Oh, Amelia gets to you before you get to them. Because she, like, grabs you by the shoulders and is like... she, does not know her own strength and is, like, shaking the crap out of you. And is like, What do you mean? You were in the Lux Forest of all places?
Long story that I don't think we can get into.
Okay, that's fine. How did you wait? If you just got back, how did you leave a recipe here?
What?
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 And you can see at the front desk, like where you guys would be, there's a recipe laid out, almost like lesson plan.
I didn't.
She's gonna let's say imagine if they're both Sonata and Piper are gonna go walk over. Is this indeed Piper's handwriting?
This is not Piper's handwriting.
She'll kind of go.
Can I? Actually, no. I wouldn't know really anyone at the school. I was like, could I investigate to see if I recognize this house?
So okay, hold on. The teacher we asked is the performing arts club teacher, right?
Yeah, no. You have Mr. Montgomery.
Yeah.
With you, yes.
Have either of us taken his classes? I think did we? We'd probably be at least some of his classes.
The calligraphy, I believe.
Yeah.
At least one or both of you.
I'm doing the
part of his
calligraphy class.
Yeah, and I think
I'm doing the calligraphy class. I say I don't know what Piper's doing. If Piper's doing that too, do I recognize this as his handwriting?
He is actually in the room as well.
Oh.
Because he is your supervising teacher.
Okay. So wait, does he know who this is? Was this him? Or was this not him either?
He just looks at you and says like, sorry, this is not my handwriting either. Not one that I recognize. However, I am actually very aware of this recipe. It's way too specific with the seasonings to not be Miss Everlock's recipe.
Oh. Okay.
And you look down to see a recipe for apple pie a la mode.
Okay.
Oh,
Right.
I haven't done pies in a while. I tend to stick to cupcakes. This will be interesting.
And he goes, absolutely, especially if it comes out as the recipe's done. Patricia's uh, Patricia's recipes are absolutely amazing. Several years, maybe even centuries of perfection in elven bakeries. It truly is quite remarkable.
Piper's kind of looking over the recipe as well, and kind of, in a sense, silently geeking out about this because bakery nerd just like seeing a recipe like this detailed and stuff, and just you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
But like very silently, just like geeking out about this.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
You know, so Sonata's looking at this more of, at in the logical standpoint of what they need to get out and prepare if it's not already out and prepared.
Yeah, no, nothing is out or prepared. Just literally the lesson plan, as it were.
Yeah.
Then let's be. Are you more working on making it look good or taste good? What is the priority?
Taste is more important because no matter how, even though presentation is always important, don't get me wrong. If something tastes bad, you may look at it and be like, "This looks nice. Let me try it." But you're not gonna trust a treat by that person again if they give you something bad that looks good. The presentation can lack a bit as long as it tastes truly good.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well then, if I can be of any help to you, please let me know. And I will get a finesse roll from both. That's enough. And I'm just going to roll a luck check for the rest of everybody else.
That is a 16 with hope.
Very nice.
It's an 11 with hope.
Not too bad. The class luck roll got a 17. So it smells like warm apple pie all throughout this club room. It's just such a good smell. It is home-like. There's a little bit of a smell of sweetness of like homemade ice cream as well that you guys are set. It is at that point that the door to your clubhouse swings open. Someone runs in and slams the door shut, and it seems like they're like kind of huffing and puffing.
Okay.
You get a glimpse of what seems to be a girl around your age. Jet black, like almost stringy hair that falls in front of their face. Pale white skin. And when she sort of looks up, the reddest of red eyes as she's just kind of like, "I'm sorry, I need a minute."
I would just looks like, "Are you okay? You can have a minute. If you want to go over to this corner, if no one wants to if you want to make sure no one bugs you, we can give you space."
Where is that smell coming from?
Oh, this is
we baked pies.
So yeah, we baked pies.
You kind of look up, and you can see they have like a death grip on the knob, like on the handle of the door. Looks around over to the like oven. It's just going to walk beside the oven going to just any smell but people right now.
Any smell but people. Interesting. I'm not actually commenting.
Be
I'm
out
just,
of character.
verbally.
Be out of character.
I'm just
like,
verbally processing that more so than anything else.
What's up, Don?
Be out of character, just like,
She just kind of, again, kind of death grip on the handle of the oven, but like not opening or closing it, just holding it. She goes, look, okay, when you are in combative scenarios, wounds are bound to happen. This smells lovely. You, and he kind of points over at Piper, you smell disgusting. Which is good, actually. Sorry. That is, probably socially not acceptable thing to say.
it's okay, I've said worse. Probably.
You smell not appetizing. And kind of looks over. Faye, makes sense.
Yeah.
Out of character, is this girl like a vampire?
Out of
what's
character, why
happening?
do you think I was going,
I'm like, is girl a
as in,
vampire?
Sonata, go ahead and give me a knowledge roll. Piper, can you give me an instinct roll?
I'm getting knowledge. Okay. I don't know why I'm doing knowledge. Is there anything I can add to this?
Not good.
I don't know what. Like, would I be able to add like bookworm to this or what? I don't know what I'm doing knowledge roll for.
You could 100% add bookworm to this.
Okay, and it's
Like,
what?
well,
It's a hope, right? To add an experience.
Yes, you spend a hope, add the experience, and then you get a +2 to the
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know what? This feels like already.
I'm glad I did that. That's in a hopeful 11.
Can I use Luckbender? Because my roll was really bad.
Absolutely.
Oh wait,
I
hold
have
on.
the free hope. That's my hope.
13 actually. If I have to add my knowledge bonus.
So hopeful 13?
Yes, hopeful 13. So I get my hope back.
Pale skin, raven black, stringy hair, and complaining about the smell of people. Yeah, you don't even need to notice the fangs in her mouth to notice you've got a vampire in your baking club right now.
Also,
Okay.
Fearful 14 is better than the Fearful 6 I rolled earlier. But yeah, Fearful 14.
Fearful 14. The first thing that catches your eye, actually, is you kind of look to your club, and everybody is confused. Aubrey looks like she's bullshitting herself. Like, this girl has had a rough week. And then possibly the vampire is here, and now she has to deal with that. Everybody is a mix of confused or worried, except for Amelia, who is staring fucking daggers at this girl.
Piper kind of goes over to Amelia and just, in a sense, like, because friends, puts her hand on her shoulder as a kind of like, are you okay kind of situation, because Piper cares about friends.
When you think of a Sarah,
Character me who associate. I'm just trying to think what Piper would think of, because I associate classes with their close to D&D classes because I'm used to playing D&D, right? So
Yeah.
my brain immediately connects Seraph to Cleric because it gives similar vibes in my head. And so I'm trying to think, how would Piper because Piper doesn't know what a cleric is, because clerics aren't really in this system.
Can I offer a suggestion?
I would say that cleric is not a class. It is a job.
Just
But yes, Alexa, what is yours?
Oh, I was gonna offer a suggestion for how Piper might interpret this. You know, in Has Been, how
I do watch
there's
Has Been.
you didn't forget it.
Yeah, no, I watch Has Been. I said.
Oh, you did.
I said
Okay.
I watch Has Been.
Yeah.
I was like, who the hell are you, Dawn, to tell me that you didn't watch Has Been?
Right,
Anyway.
have I seen Has Been?
I think you might have. I think we might be
It's
doing
like-
some sort of duos cosplay in the future.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not crazy. All right. What the fuck is there? There are like actual characters named like Seraphim.
Sarah.
Isn't Sarah? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's maybe what Piper might associate.
And that's like, I was like, I don't know too much about them. Kind of remind me of like stories of some angels, like seraphs and stuff. But usually purity and light and stuff like that.
She sort of nods. It's what most people. Sarah, the god's champion. One that services themselves to a not always like I have Seraph.
Piper nods in a sense of just like, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know too much about some classes currently. I'm trying to learn more, but I was too focused on practicing my instruments when I was younger to really look into much else.
Problem is, much as I would maybe retaliate against teachers like her.
She's racist.
It's a fantasy realm. There's gonna be racism somewhere.
Piper just immediately just almost half steps away at that sentence.
And she kind of notices, and she's like, Look, I know. It's just... Look. She is going through... Imagine if she was alone with someone. I know it's not her. It's not a victim's fault either.
Which makes sense.
And plus, don't worry. I am not going to lay a hand on critical immunity anyway.
Piper nods. Piper's in a sense, it's kind of like Piper's a bit slightly more sensitive to this right now after finding out what happened with Reed. So, wounds are fresh. In a sense, and Piper's just found out what their dad has been doing, all that kind of stuff,
Yeah.
right? So Piper's a bit more on guard right now with that kind of stuff. It is just like, yeah, I understand. I'm not judging you for not feeling comfortable. It's more
I know,
some stuff personally as well.
and I'm sorry. I should not be thinking. It's hard when you've been raised to think a certain, and I want to get away from that. Not a big fan. Family, I'm a little jealous of your relationship with, but I just want people safe. That's it. Don't. You don't really have to worry. Apparently, according to her, fairies don't take.
Okay. Yeah. I also understand that kind of, how do I put it? That kind of being brought up with it is tricky. And then Piper just kind of says, I was lucky enough to not be a kid who really paid attention.
And I can't afford not. I will act in accordance with the Academy's principles. She is an innocent for now.
No.
I will.
I'm sorry.
I will treat her as such.
Of course.
It's
I
at
just
that-
stand by. Piper's like, I just stand by, don't hurt anyone unless they've. Don't strike, basically, Piper just kind of says in a sense, to the meaning of don't strike an innocent, don't strike first. You can retaliate, but never be the one to start it.
And she kind of doesn't like look at you. Very clear that she goes, so you agree that if she harms an innocent, protect people.
Yes, we
I
can do
don't-
what we need to.
I
protect
don't
people
like the
with-
connotation. I don't like the way she's phrasing that. Sorry.
Piper,
This is an
Piper's
out of
like,
character thing.
do what we need to protect people from being harmed, but don't go too far.
Necessary.
Protect to necessary force, but no further. I usually protect with my words first, if I can, before I even try force. But if force is necessary, you use the minimum force you can to protect
for the first
someone.
time since this vampire came, she kind of smiled. You are sweet. Maybe I'll let you.
I mean, Sonata's kind of I don't know if I'm hearing this conversation, how loud you guys are talking. Sonata's
You're
kind of been
kind of focusing
like-
on what she is and what's going.
Yeah, she's kind of, not as in like staring at her, like obviously, but just kind of like, it's not like expecting anything, but just kind of watching this girl. She doesn't care what she is. It's more of a making sure that this girl is okay because something's going on. She's like death gripping anything she can hold,
Um,
and she's kind of just like she's concerned.
she kind of looks over at you, this girl. Thank you for your concern, tiny girl.
Tiny girl.
Um,
Sorry.
you are very kind. Do not worry. Will not harm. I come in peace. And then she just kind of looks over and now finally realizes that Amelia and Kasha are here and just kind of goes, hey, oopsie.
Oopsie.
And you
Sorry,
just see
I don't know.
Amelia go, what do you mean, oopsie? Like, no, I got out. Look, okay? I am minoring in quarter-year classes, and wound happened. Blood in wound. Well, shit. Right? And I got the fuck out of there. and I came here. It smells very nice in here. Except for the parts when it smells like shit. And both of those are good.
Piper's kind of trying not to laugh. And here's it, out of character. I laugh when people swear. It's just a thing I do. I'm sorry. I think you've noticed that with me. I don't find swearing a problem. Just sometimes it might make me giggle.
She just kind of looks around. She's like, "Oh, okay. Yes. Hi, everybody notice the fangs and the skin now. You're all good. Everything should be fine. I'm feeling much better. Somebody please check up on the human girl. She has not moved from that position in about 30 seconds."
And then that is the first time any amount of concern crosses Sonata's face. The mention of the human girl, because the only human girl that she's really aware of that she's seen here is Aubrey.
Yep, she's
like,
immediately pointing to Aubrey.
Yeah, this is. Oh, okay, yeah. So Aubrey's staring terrified at this thing. Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, yeah. She's kind of. That's yes. Okay. So for some reason, my brain connected the human girl to being the interaction that she was dealing with, not the Aubrey's in here, right? Duh.
Yes.
Anyway,
Aubrey is in the building and she is absolutely petrified.
How are the pies like aside? Obviously all the ice cream's still setting. Are the pies still baking? Or are they done?
For the most part, they're done. There's a couple that are still. There's like 4 of them that are still in the oven.
Okay. She's gonna kind of cut. She's gonna kind of cut a piece, put it on a plate. She's being careful, being as careful. She's touching it as little as possible, and slides up, keeping her distance because she's clearly indicated that she doesn't like the smell. And isn't entirely sure how to respond with this, but trying to be as respectful to not be in her face. And it's like, do you want pie?
You just kind of slide this very slowly.
It's and it's kind of also watching this girl. She's gonna check on Aubrey in a second, but also this girl is death gripping everything. She's like, do you want pie?
She just kind of, for the first time, takes her hand. And you can see that her eyes have kind of dimmed. They are no longer that bright red, almost kind of like an orangey. And she looks over. Are you off? Pie?
Yes, I'm offering you pie. Do you want pie?
So you're where... I mean, I can taste it. Won't really do anything for, the hunger. It won't... You know what? Fuck it. We'll cross that stream when we get to it. Yes, I would like pie.
Just kind of, it's she doesn't know what else to do. They have pie. You want pie?
She also realizes she's fully made an awkward situation of this and is just like, fuck it. And she just kind of takes a piece of pie. At this point, the entire club is watching her. And she just kind of takes a piece and puts it in her mouth and is like, there's a liberal use, but I love it.
And then she'll, while she's, the pie, she'll, Sonata's gonna kind of go over to Aubrey and go, are you okay? Put her hand on Aubrey, just trying, hopefully not to startle the crap out of her, because if she's fixated on this thing, anything might startle her. But, kind of go are you
twitches
okay?
a little bit at your hand gesture, and just kind of looks at you, looks back up at this girl, and starts hysterically laughing. She's just like,
Okay, she's gonna look at now. Sonata's like panic is kind of crossing her face because she doesn't know why the heck Aubrey is laughing. She looks at like Piper, and like for anybody who like knows her, she like this is the how like when you're panicked but you're trying not to look panicked in the slightest. That is the look that Sonata has on her face right now, and is looking at Piper like and is just gonna go like, okay, why? She's gonna kind of like put her hands like to so Aubrey could see like quiet, why and pull her aside. Like, why are you laughing?
you see
Like,
that
pull her aside and quietly ask and go, why are you laughing? And also looking at Piper like, please help me. I don't know why she's laughing.
you see Kasha also kind of walks over to you, and she just kind of is like looking Aubrey up and down, looks over at you, Sonata, and is like, she'll be fine. People deal with stress in different. And she kind of looks over at Aubrey. First vampire? And Aubrey is like, yeah, you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably why she pulled sort of Aubrey aside, because she knows like this is that's why she obviously knows why she pulled Aubrey aside. Obviously Kasha has no clue.
Piper, you and Amelia are kind of still in conversation. When you notice that this girl has actually walked up to both of you. And she goes, wanted to say I'm sorry for crashing your club. Looks over at Amelia. Know that you are not fond of me because of, well, this very thing. But I want you to know that I'm trying, and I am currently succeeding.
Where am I going? I'm like in the back of my head of going. This won't necessarily help with the bloodlust hunger, but does she want to join the bakery club? So she's around good
So I
smells.
was thinking, like, Piper just looks for Amelia and just like, I'm sorry if you don't like this kind of look. Piper just looks and is like, well, since the bacon smell helped, would you maybe want to join?
I have not had the need for food a very long time.
But but it's like obviously I'm talking as if I'm there, but I'm slightly off to the side with her. But it's like it's not the food thing, it's the smells more than the food
Yeah,
for her.
also, you can enjoy the taste at least, even if it's not sustenance for you. Bacon isn't always about, well, it's food for sustenance technically, but you can eat anything almost for sustenance for most people, and still we choose bacon because it tastes good. It tastes good. It's nice.
I agree.
And it's tough.
Very nice, and the tastes are almost as. I think that would be very kind of you. You see that, Ilya is, obviously off about this whole thing, but she's kind of like, the sad part. You're actually quite and you see that the vampire kind of raised. I understand. I think wise for you to be concerned, king of the people. And all I can do is trying an experiment for our people to join your society, there is a lot of weight on my shoulder to perform mimic. I want you to know that I keep that in my mind. Well, you're lucky that of our bakery club. One of our is very sweet, very kind, very
One of our leaders?
well, because the two people who started this up was her and Piper.
True. Yeah.
You just got Piper just like, I don't mind, like, if it's a way to help, you can join, kind of thing. Just like
Yeah.
Piper's like, yeah.
No.
Piper's philosophy, be friends with everyone, unless that person is a bleep. Then bleep up.
She,
If you want to fill that in med, you can.
you see her clear distance between you guys and the front desk within maybe half a second. Just like film footage sped up. And she looks over this recipe. I will attempt this. My own time. And perhaps I can get pointers if not so good.
Of course. I mean, I guess I'm not over there still. I'm still talking with.
I was like, I've been baking since I was a kid. While this isn't my specialty, I'm always happy to help, and I'm sure others would be too. Of course, the club is about fun and even learning to bake for new people. You don't have to. No one's good at it on their first try.
And you just hear Aubrey very loudly because she's in full mental like fuck it mode. Is like,
yeah.
Sure. I would love to help a vampire bake apple pie. And you just see the girl chuckle when she hears that, and she goes, I will not take that as an insult, but I am a vampire. There is a difference.
And once again, like, now Sonata's looking at Aubrey, but, like, once again, now that she's not looking at anybody, unless Kasha is still right there, like, pure panic again at this statement, and this whole thing is, like, she's trying to keep it settled so she can try to help, Aubrey just calm down, but also is, like, there's a fair amount of panic there.
And you just see Aubrey like look down at you, Sonata, and she's like, now, our vampire friend wants to bake apple pie, and we should be helpful towards this. Why not? The girl goes, once again, vampire, there's a difference. I was born like this. Vampires are turned.
Sonata's gonna kind of turn her head and kind of go, she's not exactly from local.
She's not from here.
she's not exactly local.
Oh, sorry. Understandable. She once again clears the distance from the front of the room to the back where you guys are. In an unsettlingly quick speed.
Sonata once again, like, it's like her panic isn't, the girl. It's Aubrey. It's Aubrey's reactions to things right now.
Aubrey. So now you've noticed that Aubrey's reaction has turned from like pure panic to like, okay. And now that she's like super close to this girl, you almost get a feeling in Aubrey that she's like, oh.
This is happening.
Okay, sure. And she kind of like, gestures out her hand. Hello there, human girl. My name is Princess Raktera Lalas. And
Sanana's gonna react to the princess part.
and
Like, maybe not like an obvious, reaction, but there's a reaction to princess.
yeah. You see Aubrey just kind of sits back and goes, "You said there was a lot of syllables there, and you said them really quick. Where does, like, the first and last name end?" She kind of smiles, and as you smile, like, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, "Roctera Lalas."
Roctera Lalaza.
Yes.
Cool.
And she goes, "I would like to have a picking buddy. However, your serif friend tried for you to be perhaps slightly concerned. Vampires and humans we have a strained relationship." And she goes, um, I'll help you while we're here." He smiles. Amelia turns to you and is like, "Why are you?" Oh, and you can see that she kind of looks like a little bit more awkward now that she's, like, mentally out of this situation. But you can see that she's just kind of looking down and, like, like, fidgeting her, like, hands and feet a little bit. She's like, so you've been gone past 3 days. I was wondering if a study buddy, like, help get
Sorry, ignore me.
baby." Dawn is still.
Oh, I'm fine now. I'm fine now. I forgot I was muted. So yeah, slight thing. I was hyperventilating from laughter for about a minute.
Look at us, Dawn.
You're fine. You're fine.
Dawn.
It was to Aubrey's reaction. Just that whole conversation. I'm sorry.
Aubrey's gone from super not about it to fully into it in, like, less than a minute.
I was
Also,
like,
Dawn,
sure.
you need to
Twilight
breathe
shit.
lovely.
I was just like, sure, I have VOD classes to catch up on, obviously, and kind of switched classes, so I kind of switched one of my other classes, so I have a whole nother class to catch up on, including a missed class from before we left, I believe.
Oh, yes. I'm pretty good at. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could, if you wanted to, you could come to Worm, and yeah, that'd be great.
So, isn't this girl like in a like? As I'm obviously remembering what was, yeah. Like, isn't this girl like? Even if I didn't know this is so freaking obvious. Isn't this girl like in a relationship?
Yes, so she is in a relationship with Kasha.
Yeah, I thought so.
With the girl that is with you.
Y'all, and she's flirting with my twin.
You can see Kasha takes note of this, and she's just like, yeah, your bakery club goes without any other sort of incident. Not that any incident could break a vampire coming in. But our camera sort of pans out to Alex. Whereabouts would you be?
That's a wonderful question. Honestly, I probably would have gone.
You also do have the Drake food on it.
Oh yeah, I could go deal with that. Yeah, that's a good option.
Oh yeah, multiple of us have drank food, and it's just like,
Yes.
when do we have it?
I'll have probably said to Pipe said to just taken Piper's Drake food and been giving you a nod of like, I'll deal with this and get this worked
Did I
out.
have some as well?
I know where this goes.
I don't
I
remember.
think you did. I think it was the. I have notes. Give me a second. Let me get my notes.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
DM these.
It's at home.
It was everybody
Okay,
except for Calathea and Ashley.
Yeah.
No, Ashley jumped into a tree, right?
No, Ashley was talking to a person who was taking their name.
Okay. Actually got it.
I thought that
No,
the
Sloppy, me, and me. Alex did not find Drake food. It was
No.
on the first one.
You have that wrong. It was me. Stoppy was not involved in the drink food part.
No,
It was in the tree. It was in the tree.
So-
She was bouncing. Don't you remember Stoppy bouncing through
What?
the trees?
Yeah. So
And
we
then
had.
finding one in the tree.
Okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
I don't
So
remember. any of that.
we were searching for two different things while we were on the trek. We were
Right.
searching for glozes in the main forest when Ashlyn and Calathea
That was
don't
where
launch
it
back the
happened.
bot.
That's right.
We were searching for glozes when Ashlyn and Calathea were talking to Tezik. And then during the wild side, I think everybody except for Calathea was searching for Drake food while we were in the wild side.
Yes, I just assumed
yeah,
that you guys pulled
Meg.
it together with Alex.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wherever it ends up going,
Yeah.
I'll have said that I can bring the Drake food because I know where it goes. Situation, I'll deal with it.
I was just gonna say, the notes from that, I put in there. Turns out I had disadvantage on that roll to make an apple pie.
Oh well, shit.
Oh, true. Yeah, it was on your next finesse roll, right?
And that was my next finesse. I'm sorry, I forgot until I went back to check the notes. If you want, I can roll the
Roll
dice
again.
You
and
know,
see what I would have got.
honestly,
Yeah.
because the luck check for the class was so good, I will say probably not your best pie, but you're in a hurry, right? Because you're like, oh my god, right, we have a club meeting. So I'll just kind of flat cancel it out and just be like, improvements can be made.
Okay, yeah. I just want to say, because Men, if you remember before last time's session, I went back and checked through the whole VOD for that section of the VOD about all of that.
Yes.
And I actually put notes in your DM. That's why I grabbed that, and I was like, I remember Stoppy doing the bouncy thing to get the Drake food.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for going back and looking at that.
Alex, you are just
Which means we know
catching-
how many glosses we have.
That's true. Alex, you are just catching the ranger classes heading back into the school.
Oh, perfect.
As you can see that girl with, an interesting looking scarf around her neck that it's
Mhm.
very much not a scarf. Sort of looks over at you and just kind of waves.
Alex is leaned up against one of the poles. I'm imagining there's like a canopy type of thing, or like a little walkway, and there's like a bunch of different like columns. They're just
sort
like
of supports.
leaned up against one of the columns. Epic like drug dealer style right now.
There's like, it's like half drug dealer, half like goth chick blase, whatever.
Trying to be cool, hipster vibes. Yeah, exactly.
Go ahead, give me a presence roll.
That requires me. Ooh, I know what her presence is. Let me just roll. Hang on. I know exactly what her presence is.
I really need money.
Do you want to go deal with that?
No. Not
Do you
really.
want? Perfect. Beautiful. I literally just need dice, please. Thank you.
Oh.
I'm rolling with disadvantage. No, I can do it with whatever. I just rolled really good. 23 with hope. Yeah,
23 with a hope.
I know. I'm sorry, 22 technically. She's a -1 to presence, which is saying a lot. Yeah, 11 and 12 on the
Do you
dice.
have a look about you that says, like, I'm here?
Ooh. Actually, I'm gonna. Can I use? Never mind. Never mind.
No. We're absolutely going through with this.
Well, yeah. Can I?
Say it.
I
Say what is
I-
on your mind. Let the chaos
have
flow
an
through you.
I have an experience that's just called off-putting, and I want to use it, but I want to like rule this however you will. But then that would make it a 24, and then I want that to be like as a negative in a sense.
So, like, you want this to be like she doesn't approach you.
I do want her to approach me. I don't know. Alex is just trying to be cool. That's all that's happening here.
So, you don't have a look that says, like, specifically, come here. But you're just, like, sort of leading there, being like, I'm so mysterious that you want to know what's up.
Something like that. Yeah, that's good enough. Chaos.
There's, like, she, like, looks over you as you guys kind of, like, eye contact, and she's, like, a little bit kind of red in the face. And she's like, and she just kind of, like, sheepishly walks over to you.
Cool.
Like, I heard that you went on a bit of a mission for a couple days. We missed you in class.
Just kind of looks at her, shrugs, like no big deal.
I mean, guessing that now that you're back, you'll like come back to classes.
Shakes head of uncertainty.
Okay, yeah. Glad to see that you're alive. I know this
reaches into jacket, full on drug dealer style. Pulls out of the pocket like a very nondescript bag.
Brown paper bag.
Yes, could just totally be drugs.
She's like, I mean, I've dabbled in my time, but I don't really. This is
Rolls
very...
eyes, hands bag.
Kind of takes it, and you can see immediately like his head like peeks out, and he's like is sniffing the bag. She looks in. Where did you? Oh, you're good. Okay. You know where to get. Okay, sure. You know, you got your secrets, I got mine.
She makes a motion of like it's not a secret, like you this is your pet, this is your friend we're talking about. Friend needs food.
Hey, I mean, originally when you were like reaching into your jacket and put out weird bags, I thought it was just magic mushrooms, but you know, like this is
just kind of
this
smiles,
is a good
smirks.
like second best.
I confess.
Turns her, grabs her by the shoulders, turns her around, points at the Lux Forest.
Forest. How?
Rolls eyes, but
Sure. Pretty great. Oh, I'll let them know at the office that task was done. You can pick up the reward there. Thank you so much. Also, like, super rude of me, I never said my name. My name is Mitchie.
Mitchie, like Camp Rock.
Like Camp Rock, yes.
Like Camp Rock.
Like, very much like Camp Rock.
I love it.
She's like, if you're ever kind of looking for help, something, you just let me know. I noticed that people around here sort of tend to avoid you, and I just don't think that they've, given you a chance.
I don't think Alex wants them to give him a chance.
What, B?
I said I don't think Alex wants them to give them a chance.
Not particularly. But there's kind of that a little bit in her face of like sure, yeah. But you're welcome. Grabs hand to shake it. As in, like, thank you for telling me your name, but that's the only way they know how to do that.
She has like a little bit of like a ooh, and then it's like having her hand shook. And it's like,
Yeah, exactly. It's
okay,
kind of awkward.
Formal greeting, cool. Not a person of very many words.
Do they know? Does she know my name?
Your name was said by the team. Kind of put two.
Okay.
Together.
I think she has called me Alex.
Yes.
So, cool.
Okay, formal greeting. That's great. You don't do a lot of talking. I don't know if that's like by choice or not, but like, sets you apart from other people, which is great.
Doesn't make any motion of like acknowledgement to that statement. Just kind of stares at her, like in a yes, that is true.
It's like, you're not incorrect on the things you've said.
Right, exactly. That these are correct statements you've told me.
For the record, I'm gonna be doing tryouts tomorrow. If you want, maybe we could meet up and you could watch me and Long kick some ass.
Realizes she's talking about monk sports. Shrugs and says, just looks at her of like, do I look? Is that
Do I look interested in that?
Do I look like?
Do I look like a bitch?
But just to like, do you think I'd be into sports? Even though, as some may recall, there is a rumor that Alex has done very well in mock sports in the past. Kicked some ass before many times.
She just kind of shrugs in response to your shrug. She's just kind of like
gives in, just like, sure, I got nothing better going on.
Cool. I will see you there. If you're looking for like notes and stuff that you've missed, I have a couple, but I also get distracted very quick. So it might just be like some scribbled stuff. Also, you might not even come back to class.
What?
So
what happened? Yeah, you're not wrong. What happens between classes usually? Like, where would people normally be off to right now?
There's several places where people can go. The library. There's kind of great hall where people have their lunches. People like to hit up Fantasy Skippy's Diner.
Oh, that's right. I made a whole thing about how she's fucking hungry. Yeah, that sounds good. Fantasy Skippies. I'm gonna just grab her hand and just drag her to Fantasy Skippies.
You're gonna bring her to the Fantasy Skippies?
I'm gonna point to it at first and be like,
sure. Yeah, I could eat.
grabs hand that same. I think I just never let go because I'm awkward too and don't really realize it. I'm just gonna grab it and continue grabbing it and just fancy skiffies.
Box sports, more like awkward with other people.
I hate you.
I know you do. You
Yeah.
take her off and in very nice meal together. She does
Scarfs
most of
down
the
food.
talking, where she just kind of goes over what people have been learning.
Most?
Huh?
Most?
Yeah. Goes
I was
through
gonna say, does most of the talking?
Does most of the conversing.
what-
Because I'm sure there's a couple of, gestures, nods.
No, B is making a silly joke.
Yes, I know, because you don't talk.
Yes.
I was responding to the joke. God damn it, we're autistic.
Anyway, so we go over shit for class, and great.
The next day comes along.
What about Calathea? Bless you!
Calathea's main
Okay.
thing
Bless.
happens. Well, is there anything that you would like to go over before your big thing, which happens the next day?
I mean, she just found out she's probably 3 days behind in schoolwork, so she's probably gone back to her dormitory and started trying to
Nerd.
catch up.
I will say Aubrey does meet up with you at some point, because she ends up coming back to your dorm. And it's like, okay, so baking club went really well. A
I made some new friends.
vampire lady, princess bitey lady. She had a name. I remember there was a lot of
Princess
syllables.
Becky.
Sorry.
Can you put it in chat, by the way? 'Cause Hesed-
Yes, I can.
There's like a notable notes page even though.
Sorry. I just Princess Bitey Lady is
I will put it in the chat for the stream for now,
Even better.
and then
I'm here. I have this our chat up because I can't see nobody.
fucked nerd. You try doing this streaming shit sometimes.
This is how we love.
This is how we love. Anybody else acted this way towards you, I'd take out their fucking kneecap. But
I expect nothing
we
less.
earned this.
I'd like to see you try. You're already in Hamilton, London.
Aww.
Yeah, Hamilton.
I thank you very much, Zach, by the way, for doxing me. But that's great. No, I'm obviously. They'd have to search the city for one fat nerd. Yeah, good luck. There's lots of us.
Be populous in Canada. Good luck. Ah.
But yeah, she's just kind of going over. Don't worry, Stoppy. I'll explain it about it. She's kind of
What is
going
Stoppy
after like
confused
this
by?
princess vampire that joined the club because she was going through some sort of frenzy. Like, yeah, it was weird. Apparently, berries don't smell good to her. I think you guys smell perfectly fine. But I guess it's different when you, eat. Oh, why I typed the name in there. I can't pull up chat on Discord or it fucks with the stream. So I have to keep the Discord on the
She
VC.
really wanted the chat in Twit. I'm gonna stop.
It's like how there's just as she's going through her notes, she just stopped for a while. It's like, you met Miss Rectera. Rectera. Did you?
Oh, you're aware of her? Oh, I guess you
I
have been
mean-
here for a couple of years, right?
Yes, she's in the warrior class. Do believe she's in this dormitory somewhere.
Yes. I know that she's part of the warrior. Like she's minoring in warrior, majoring in seraph. I think. Amelia said. She was like, "Oh, I have like classes with her, and super like uptight and was educating people." And I'm, yeah, well, you know, a lot of things can kill us around here. Everybody is walking around with two-handed great swords on their back, just normally, and that's a normal thing.
Of
You know.
Aubrey.
I can gather the arcane energies of the air and throw literal fire at people. So, you know, what's another thing that... Also, she's kind of hot. Like, it's... Is that weird? Is that weird?
Gothea stops for a moment, kind of considers it for a second. It's like, yeah, I totally forgot. Aubrey's normal is not. Her friend is
Yeah,
normal.
it's like you're nonchalant about this, and Aubrey's like having an existential crisis.
She's like,
Aubrey's
Puts,
normal is not.
puts her pencil down on the desk and kind of just turns her head in her chair. It's just like, apologies, I keep forgetting you're from outside the Vale.
yeah. Yeah, all of this was like fantasy video games and movies and shows. Like 6 days ago?
Fair.
I mean, like, don't get me... Like, I've had a girlfriend, like, dress up as a vampire before. But, and, like, that was its own little level of hot. But then, like, this one could actually kill me.
Suppose to some that just adds to the allure.
Shut up, Calathea. Appreciate it.
Maybe I'm also just stressed. Anyway, what's been going on with you?
Sorry.
You know, went on a field trip. Almost died.
Yeah, you guys were
Yeah.
gone for a couple days.
Some of us almost died. Kinda came back with someone that we don't know, but we do know.
You came back with Alex. You came
Yes.
back with Piper and Sonata, the twins.
Yep.
There was a fawn that, like, fawn satyr? What is the difference? I don't want to be...
don't.
Anyway, she, like, jumped out and also did some magic?
Yeah, let's just say that we had a run-in with another one of my kind, a fairy. Don't go around giving fairies your name willingly, unless you absolutely trust them.
Okay. Noted. I will jot that down.
Particularly if they ask for it.
Okay. So fairies can just take your name.
Not all of us, but there is some that can be very tricky.
Trixie.
Huh. And, like, memory of the name, too. Like, because, yeah, I can't think.
What's the essence of a name?
Have they chosen a new name, or do we just call her her?
You're referring to him as Bob, but the Defendus is going to look into it.
Fair enough.
The artist formerly known as Ashlyn.
Bob.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So you almost died, but you didn't die. Everyone's still here.
I mean, I didn't, but yeah, there's a few of us that might have.
there's a... Did other people go?
No. Talking about the other. Paper might have been in danger, or it was Sonata.
Because Piper and Sonata, I saw them both at the bakery club. I saw Alex there. They, like, were being all sneaky or something, like coming in the room before the club had started.
For you.
And Bob, I was, well, okay, I haven't seen them, but you kind of belied yourself by saying that they're still alive because they don't have a name for some reason. Okay, interesting. Did you fight anything like super powerful, or did you get like big old magical artifacts, or learn the mysteries of how to create the universe?
Of her. And of her.
Not sure about the creation of the universe part. I think that one's still an ongoing investigation.
Fair.
You just humor her with it too.
But
You just go with it.
the magical artifacts, yeah, we picked up a few. I gave mine to Piper.
Oh, yeah. I think Piper's pretty
Yeah.
good with like magical.
We also fought some magical guardians, I suppose they were.
Ooh,
It was definitely interesting.
yeah. Found out about seraphs today. Apparently, they're devoted to God, which that also sort of rocked my world, because that means that gods exist, like legit gods. And she just sort of trails off into a ramble about, how her entire world has been flipped on its ass in the past 6 days.
Yeah, I just sit here and let her ramble off.
Is there anything that any of you would like to do before the day comes?
I had a thing, but go ahead, B.
Well, it's more of. I was wondering if at minimum Aubrey, I'm debating about talking to the vampire girl, but telling Aubrey that like kind of like after Bacon Club, pull her aside and just to let her know that that she should talk to Defendus about some. I don't know what that. We met some. Oh, I'm realizing this is happening before the conversation. This should be happening before the conversation you have about the fight.
Who cares?
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is
But,
probably how she knows that everybody's back and everything.
Yeah. But basically, telling her that she needs to talk to Defendus, and that there might be a big meeting with her, Defendus, a member of the Fairy Queen. Well, I mean the Fairy Queen and someone else who we've yet to figure out.
Sorry, I just want to make sure I'm hearing this correct. We're gonna have a call with the Fairy Queen.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's gonna be on Zoom, but yes.
But we're going to have like a video conference.
I can't.
With the Fairy Queen.
Yes, unless she comes here, I don't know.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
By the way, you just met a dampier. That's a seraphim. Oh yeah, you're gonna be meeting this fairy queen soon too. Yeah, have fun with that.
Let's absolutely.
And she's gonna be helping us figure out more of how you got here. Hopefully.
Okay. Great. That will at least answer one of the 49 questions that I have. So vampires, fairies are a thing. I'm gonna talk.
She's going, fairies are a thing. I'm a fairy.
Yeah, like she
If you
literally
read about
points
it,
at you
babe,
when she's
Yeah.
saying
it's
this.
a
She's like,
thing.
fairies
Yeah.
are a thing. Vampires are a thing. Are werewolves a thing?
We have a teacher who's werewolf.
I mean,
Kind of.
we have a teacher who's a talking wolf.
It's true. Is that different from werewolf?
Yes.
Because I
mean-
saw Twilight, and in that one, the werewolves were like shapeshifters. Is he like a shapeshifter, or is he just
Well,
a
he
big
isn't.
ass wolf?
I mean, I imagine that I would know that werewolves are a thing, and we just
Yeah,
know
we
that.
constantly
werewolves
talk
are
about this
100% a
man.
thing.
Yeah, she goes. Yeah, he's just the teacher's just a wolf, but there are werewolves. They exist.
Cool. I apologize if I like hound you guys with a bunch of questions, but like,
Pound.
somewhere, sometime, everyone takes 2 psychic damage in a different game. She's just like, I just, Defendus said my memory could be wiped by the end of this, and I might forget all of this, so
How convenient.
I have amount of time to learn about your world, and it's fascinating and terrifying and fascinating. Yeah. Oh my god. You guys have any idea how like the horny monster fucker guys at my anime club would enjoy this whole thing? Way too much. They'd be dead in a weekend. But like, also I can kind of see where they're coming from, because like, vampire. Maybe I'm not. Oh, she apparently didn't like how trees smell, so maybe you guys aren't the big fans of vampires.
Sonata just kind of shrugs. I mean, yeah, it's like Sonata's like the worst person. She's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I don't really know what like forms. You guys seem pretty open-minded.
Yeah. My sibling and I are a bit more than some. And it's like the way she says some is like the most drawn out, like obviously pointed at somebody.
Yeah.
My sibling and I are a bit more open-minded than some. And it's like she like rolls her eyes like this some that she's talking about is somebody it's a yeah.
Yeah.
It's clear there's something that's relating to.
She Aubrey clocks this, does not cry, and is just like, right. Okay, so that's great, because I might have a lot of socially inept questions to ask. So I think I'll just kind of stick to the group that I've met so far, because you and Piper are very open-minded, and Alethea is very knowledgeable, and she just kind of stops and goes, well, and Alex seems like they like really don't give a fuck either way. So, and honestly, I'm kind of cool with that, because it's like opposite of me being just at 10 all the time. And then there's our other.
She'll kind of fill in and say, we've taken to calling them Bob. They got their name stolen by a not as friendly Fae.
Sure. Okay. They seem very nice. Maybe like a bit misunderstood, so they would understand misunderstood people.
They would understand.
But yeah, I'll go and meet up with Defendus. Just have like a brief chit chat. And then I'm gonna head back to Alethea's room because I'm sitting.
Sounds like I should have a conversation. I have this feeling like I gotta go talk to Calathea.
Yeah, I'm gonna meet up with her. Just kind of our day.
Mm-hmm.
I'll catch you later.
Yep.
She sort of runs off. Alex, you said there was something.
Yeah, before bed. So I want to head back to my dorm after meeting up with Mitchie, which I fucking love. Go back and grab my journal out of my bag. Start writing in it, just kind of recounting everything, but in the way that Alex does. And then pull out this piece of paper from Roseberry.
You see an email.
Convenient. The bitch has an email.
It is the modern
Perfect.
day.
Great. Okay. In that case, I shall plug in my iPod and go the fuck to bed.
So you do not put her email in just yet?
Oh. No, I'll like put it in my contacts if that's what you mean.
Is at that point that you also realize you have a new email from your mom?
Oh, perfect. Well, that's convenient. Yes, please.
Yeah. I will
I'll
go
have been-
ahead and give you that
Cool.
after the session.
Sounds good.
So as, once again, not to screw up stream.
I'm just I'm gonna go. I think my email is probably something really stupid. Like an old ass email from forever ago, and
You have like an AOL.
probably. And Alex will just type an email that just says, "Hey, from Alex," and that's it.
You send that off. It is not an immediate response. Sort of.
Yeah, I figured.
Um,
Just so she has my contact info.
will that be all for us to head to the second day, or is anybody
Yes, that's it for me.
Okay.
Downtime activities.
This
So
is your downtime activities, your long rest downtime activities.
gotta remember what those are.
I believe on you just hit rest.
Yeah, or downtime.
Yeah, so go ahead and hit.
If that's maybe did that do it? No,
Um,
didn't do
you
it.
can
Wanted
just
to
kind of
do
manually do it by scrolling down to long rest. So you can either
for the reserve.
patch up all of your marked hit points, clear all of your stress, repair all of your armor, prepare or work on a project. And I believe you get 2 of those.
Mm-hmm. And I think we actually is it short rest too, or is it also long rest that our hopes reset?
Long rest that your hope resets to.
Yeah. I'll probably work on the musical with Piper and prepare for the debt. Prepare. To go back out into prepare for the day. Prepping supplies in case we're for whenever we're going back to the forest. To the when we're going out to the Lux Forest. Also, whatever's coming up with this like mini like council thing. If I end up being present for that, imagine we probably would be. I don't know. Uh, you know, especially if I end up needing to figure out how to ask my brother about this situation. Uh, just kind of preparing for things that might need to be happening, even if they don't end up needing to come to pass. Uh,
Fair enough. So one of the things that you're choosing is prepare.
yes,
What is the second?
and
If you want,
work on project.
Okay. And Stoppy, yes, you will find out next time. Don't worry, I will not leave you. Piper, what are your two downtime activities?
Hippie, you want to do, because we're in the same dorm anyway, do you want to do the joint prepare?
Sure.
And working on musical, I used the short rest earlier to get myself fully healed up. I actually haven't had any issues since that, you know what I mean?
Yeah?
So, we got me fully cleared up during the 2 short rests that happened, right? So I actually only can really prepare and work on projects. So yeah.
Okay, perfect. Alethea, yours.
Probably preparation and project work.
Okay, you just kind of let me...
It's probably just, probably simple, just for kind of story progression type point. Project work probably just do school work.
Nice.
Got 3 days to catch up on.
And then, Alex.
I'm gonna prepare, and then I'm gonna prepare again. But I have an idea for working on a project that has to do with the morning, if you will allow it.
I can make that as part of your long... Yeah, if you
Cool.
do that. We'll do the prepare and the project.
Prepare twice in a project.
Oh! Yes. Yes. Okay, fair enough.
Do you want to go straight into that, or do you want me to?
Well, because it's a morning thing, and
So I wanted to just kind of like, whether that's joining in on the road classes in the morning, or if that's just going in there after hours just to kind of obviously not talk to the professor, but just talk, just go in and there's no good way to say talk without talking.
yeah, just say the word talk, I will understand what you mean.
I know what you mean. It's the bit, Kira.
I know.
Anyway, okay. But yeah, go in and talk to them. And I forget his name. I don't have my notes.
Crime?
The robot
Oh, you're talking about Ector.
actor. I knew it was an E. Yeah. Talk to him a little bit. See if I can get some. I need my earpiece fixed. I might as well go figure that out.
Yeah, so you go to Professor Weber's station.
Mm-hmm.
Weber's not actually there, but Ector is sort of walking around, sort of preparing breakfast, and he immediately kind of head comes up, turns. Alex,
Oh,
it's good to see.
everyone has the same accent today.
His fucking name is Hector Junge. What do you think?
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good time.
Please come, take seat.
Sits.
Do you have breakfast preparation preferences?
What are you making, Shrug?
I have egg, bacon, bread. Can make French.
We'll happily accept French toast.
Very good. Do what do owe your presence here?
Goes into backpack, pulls out a little pouch, that contains their iPod and everything, a few like loose odds and ends, just kind of pulls a few things out, rummages around it for a second, pulls out the earpiece, puts it on table.
One moment. Places the piece of bread into the fryer. 15-second timer set. Walks over. Analyzing. This is broken.
Oh, Ted. This is the most autistic conversation
Absolutely,
I'm here
yes.
for.
You're looking for the repair?
Not Ted.
Is fairly simple. 15-second timer almost up. Turns around, goes back over. Flips the piece of bread. 15-second timer set. Yes.
Just kind of looks around.
Is fairly minimal repairs. Could be done overnight if time. Are you looking for repair to make as was or enhance?
Cock's head.
Am experimenting with our is interesting.
Shrugs. Gives the I'm here for whatever you'll happily give me, my guy face.
This enters in Irkin. Should not do. One of your senses is already gone. Do not want to risk blowing eardrum off. 15-second timer.
Nods. Nods is like, yeah, that would be problematic.
However, if I can solidify, let you know. Is good to see you.
Nods as yeah, just nods. Just nods. But
Mother made mention that there was mission into Lux Forest. Did not know specific. Lux Forest can be dangerous.
rolls eyes.
Good to see that you are more dangerous.
Smiles a little bit. Gives a wink.
Did you... Sorry, is I defective?
Rolls eyes. Shakes head.
Did you have assistance on your mission?
Shakes head. Sorry, as a nod.
Cannot compute. Is only makes sense that you make friend?
Puffs. Exhales.
But you are, as the children like to say, a tool for school? How you make friends?
Alright. Point it, like, motioning on the table. They made friends with me.
This is unwilling friendship that you have decided is amicable.
Shrugs.
Understandable. If these people prove to be not trustworthy, or, how you say, fake bitches,
Love him so much.
you let me know. I will make the shadows form. Oh, take rogue classes now.
So I was gonna be like, so on that note, actually, looks around as in like, where the fuck is Dr. Webb? Where's Professor Weber?
Oh, yes. Uh, Mother is gathering materials for class. Recent rogue classes broke daggers.
How'd that happen, face?
Mother
Yeah, I
makes
don't even.
shadows move. Some were targets, others were stone constructs. Break daggers against constructs. She found very funny, but then realized that she had to do repairs on the broken daggers. No longer fun.
Yeah. Just when they get back, or was class happening, Kira? Like now?
No, you're a little bit before class happening. Not as early as, say, Calathea gets up to do,
Yeah.
700
certainly not.
laps around.
Never. Willingly.
But a little bit earlier than maybe you're.
Mm-hmm. More groggy than normal.
Yeah.
Eats the French toast for the record.
It is
Probably
perfectly
great.
adequate.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a recipe followed to the letter.
To the T.
Yes.
Yep. Just says, like, because we were just talking about Professor Weber, just let them know I was in and wanted to speak with them. Well,
We'll let Mother know that you.
Nod said, is there a sink?
Yeah.
I'll put the plate in the sink. Just give a little goodbye and a wave. And I'll pick that up tomorrow, face.
Yeah. He's like, see me tomorrow morning. Repairs will be done.
Nods head, shrugs,
Take care.
waves goodbye. I love him with my entire heart. I knew because Kira and I were talking about like Hector and I being like probably pretty close friends eventually. And oh my god, that totally lived up to all of my expectations. Alex is so comfortable talking to them.
With
it's so good.
With absolutely no, like, this explanation is not needed, but I will say it anyway. Hector is a clank. He is a construct created by Professor Weber, who often refers to him as their son.
I love it here.
Calathea. Today is the day.
Oh, I'm gonna go off to mock sports. By the way,
What's happened?
I'm going off to the mock sports arena.
Oh, heck yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna be there as well. Unless I end up being needed elsewhere, I want to be there.
You get your 100, 200 laps in, whatever it is that you want to get done. And meet up with the coach kind of behind the scenes with the rest of your team. And Coach Baines Fang kind of calls for like a big huddle. All right, get in here. As you kind of all go to huddle, Reed kind of sidles up next to you. He goes, thanks for looking out for my. Glad to see you're all in one piece.
Anytime, Reed.
And they all kind of get into like a huddle. All right. Well, we've got a big gaggle of some of the most mismatched warriors I've ever seen in my life. You know what? I've seen people that you wouldn't believe would be incredible warriors because of race, height, stature, and hell. And he just kind of... You see like a big furry paw just kind of punch Calathea in the shoulder. I've seen them become leaders. So, are we ready to go out there? And everybody just kind of, like, collectively does that, like, sports, like, ooh, kind of thing. He goes, you, kind of looks over at Calathea. You got challenged directly.
I crack a smile and just like, I'm looking forward to it.
Again?
Yep.
Let's make an example to the rest of them. We're gonna have you curtain jerk. He goes out to kind of wave everybody in, and announces that you and Gloria are going to start the tryouts. She steps forward, kind of battle axe ready, even though obviously you're not going to fight here. She has her card in the other hand. This is gonna be my year. Do you do anything, say anything before this begins?
I'm not paying her any attention. I slide off my sports jacket. Gotta just hand it over to Reed. Crack knuckles. Grab my card and just turn.
She goes, now leans it forward, and as you kind of lean yours out to meet, a massive black door appears in front of you. More energy than actually more. And Coach Baines Fang kind of smiles, big, glaring, sharp, wolven teeth. Goes, finally. That's where we're gonna go ahead and end this episode.
I was gonna say we're ending on this.
How dare?
Oh, I did not hear what you said before. How dare?
That was
How
all.
dare. I said, how dare, how dare.
Oh. And in the next session of Defendus Academy, we are going to start off with the mock sports trials, and specifically Calathea versus Gloria.
Ayo.
And by the way, Piper's there to watch. Piper's 100% there to watch. Not because Piper really cares about mock sports, but one, because Reed, and two, because Piper wants to see Gloria's butt get beat.
And
Yeah,
is Amelia
I get to beat a bitch.
auditioning? Is it Amelia
Oh, and
auditioning?
also-
Or
And also
Amelia or
Amelia.
Kasha?
And
Amelia
also,
and Kasha are both there, as well as Mitchie.
and also there to support friends like Amelia
Yeah.
and Kasha. Yeah.
That's the exact reason that Sonata's there.
I mean, yeah, those are important, but I
And
get
we
to beat
will
a bitch.
also, yes, find
I get
out
to
what
beat a
happens
bitch.
with
Actually, yeah.
Bob.
Piper's mostly excited for that fight. Piper will not tell any of her friends, but guess what? Piper wants Gloria to see Gloria's get beat.
Oh, there's a lot of people there that are looking to see Gloria get her ass kicked. Like, there's
Oh, yeah.
people at the mock sports trials, like much like you guys, that are just watching.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
we are just
'cause
here
I know
to
I
see
met-
violence.
Yeah.
Right?
I know Piper mentioned, oh, if I stand up for the mock sports trials, could I beat a girl's butt? And it's like, no, Piper wasn't actually going to try out. It was a joke. Piper would not do mock sports.
No, but this
Piper
very
just
much
doesn't like
is
Gloria.
not only a tryout, but also an official challenge. So,
Hell yeah, it is.
we're gonna be doing that. We're gonna find out what happened with Ashlyn Bob as she returned to her classes and also to the baking club. We're going to see how Amelia, Kasha, and Mitchie fare in the tryouts as well. And find out what the aftermath is from the Lux Forest Temple adventure, as we have multiple sort of princes and princesses that we can call
Yeah.
upon if need be, and some others that we don't super all know. But
I've been picking up on at least somebody else, but or someone else with ties at least.
someone else who
Somehow,
may or may
'cause-
not
Yeah.
have ties? I don't know what you're talking about. ROUSs? I don't believe that. But thank you guys so much for joining and enjoying our little Dagger Heart session with us. We'll be live once again 2 Sundays from now, although there's a possibility that Alexa will not be able to join us.
I might be working. We'll see what happens.
If that is the case, you will be sorely missed. With every bullet so far. No. But, yeah, if you guys like what you're seeing, go ahead and hit that follow button. Head over to the YouTube channel by the same name, Campfire Stories RPG. That's where we post all of these episodes for you to watch. But until next time, everyone, we will see you.